Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Pathetic lives to sit and talk about that all day, and I've got to say, I just think it weird. Absolutely fucking weird. Soph. Hi, Soph.
Actually, 'cause it only had a lid thing that was got wet and it all got
Oh, no. I actually realised she was in the box. If people's tapping and you've ended up in the box, just cancel your request, please. I'm not in the mood tonight. That's because I've had to fucking lay like a big pig, because we had a cooked breakfast this morning. Hey, my willow tree. Afternoon, everybody. Thank you for me, Artmaze. Yes, tap the screen up because, they're coming on at 5 o'clock. So tap the screen up. It won't start till we get 100k likes and at least 100 shares, please. So we're going to finish off where Gemini ended yesterday. So I'll have a little chat to you for 10 minutes. So nobody in the box as yet, mods, just like have a little chat with everybody. So we would need 100k likes and at least 100 shares before we start again from where we left off last night. But yes, so that's been the drama, I take it. Pearl, get a rope to swing from the chandeliers, or to get tied up, or what would you like us to do with the rope, Captain Bollo? Don't block them. But just, can you elaborate on that, please? Because I'd love to know what you want us to do. It's ages since I've been tied up. There used to be good old days when I think about it. Are you requesting that to happen? Woo! Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, to the bedpost, exactly. Oh, fucking hell. I love it when they come in early, the trolls. Does your dad tie your mum up? Do you know, honest to God, the fun that they'll only have? But if ever you hear any noises going on, close your ears, me baby. That's mammy and daddy time. Oh, God, I'm not even in that mood to be fucking trolled today. I can't be bothered. That's because I've been like a lazy fucker and laid down. And do you know, it's the worst thing that I could have done. I had half an hour's sleep. And now I've absolutely done myself in. Really done myself in. But yes, but thank you for that. But like I said, it's many years since I've been tied up and had lots of fun. But thank you for inquiring. If the caravans are rocking, don't come a knocking. Exactly. Hey, my mad for real. Me mad dog. It seems funny calling you that. You need some good rest. Good rest, I've been nothing but lazy, because I tell you, I had my breakfast this morning, cooked breakfast, then we had our dinner, and then I've still been like a pig, and we've had KFC for our teas. Honestly, proper pig. So then I've got into a food coma, I think, laid down, went hard and fast asleep, woke up. You know, you go through things on here, and then all as I seen was about Chippy's son. Well, can I tell you, get a life. The teenage kids will be kids. So fucking what? He's got run alive. He's just wanting in on a bit of TikTok, that's all. Can you blame him? Oh, but as far as Chippy fucking saying, I'm leaving the app because me family piss off. Get a fucking life. Honestly, how pathetic. I would hate to tell you what my fucking kids got up to, and all as I can say, everybody that's sat and gossiped about today, you haven't got a bastard life. Get out, get some fresh air, and go and do something with your life. You're cracking up with TikTok. Because the fucking chats has gone on all day from what I can see. Get a life. But the only, they must have been took into Canadian ones. Well, Sheila gloated in that. But again, like I say, get a life. Do you know if my kids done anything? I wouldn't give a flying fuck. Do you feed them, clothe them? Do you live with them every day? Do you fucking go through the trials and tribulations of getting older? No, you don't. So piss right off. And nobody else is even speaking on who recorded a little kid anyway. You're wrongin'. That's my opinion on it. Get a life, shut up. He's gone live, so fucking what? Good on him. And Babby, if you're listening, go live a bit more. Fuck everybody off. Start your TikTok journey the way you mean to go. I'll give you good advice, Babby. If you're only 13 or what, get yourself a sly TikTok account, go live all you want and piss everybody off. Do it properly and do whatever you gotta do and get yourself a few shilling in the bag. And that's my fucking opinion on it. How's about that there? Be offended at that, people in the comments. I'm not in the mood today. Don't start. That's the way I fucking feel. And Chippy's weird for saying that. I'm finishing my F page because of me family. Chippy, get a life. Stop taking everything on here to heart, Babby. You're not going to go very far with your TikTok career. And like me and you, it's the same. We haven't got very long left, so just enjoy what you've got. Yes, exactly, my beauty. Poor little thing. He never had a chance to get no money either, I don't think. Oh, they've spoilt his fun before he's even started. Now, if he'd come and seen me, I could have put him on the right road. How to get himself a TikTok account up and run. Oh, honest to fucking good God. Good evening, everybody. As you see, I'm in that Kenty mood tonight because I've had a little sleep. I went into a food coma. But if there's any kids out there that want to come and start a TikTok account, come and see Auntie P. I'll help you the best way I can. Put that on your F page and talk about that, right? Get a life, you sad, pathetic bastards. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. You do know. Tomorrow it's going to be... Oh my God, can you believe it? That fucking Pearl was telling kids, come and see her if they want a TikTok account. Yes, I mean it. Come and see me. And I want commission. Oh God. Weird, absolutely fucking weird. Hey, I've never thought about that. All the grandkids, I could be raking it in. Put that on your F pages and fucking discuss it, you sad, pathetic bastards. Right, let's see where we go from here. Oh, we've got our little Ginger in, so we'll get her in. And then I don't know who else is coming in. Hi, my Ginger. Sorry, me Babby, I was having a little rant.
Have a good rant, Pearl. I rant on the daily, don't worry about it.
I'm not in the mood. I'm not about it today. Honestly, boring, pathetic bastards. I've come on, I've opened one eye, gone on the TikTok, and I can't believe there's loads of lives discussing the same thing. Get a life. Really get a life.
2-day outrage, Pearl.
Eh?
2-day outrage in here, you know what they're like.
Oh, honestly, people, I think they choose, to be professional outrages. That's the word for it. Because in the real life, if you've seen a kid doing anything, you think, hey, good on them. Boys will be boys or girls will be girls. I'm sorry. Get in the real world. Live in the real world. All our kids fuck up. End of. Big up, my Millie.
Wow.
Thank you, me baby. Woo. Can everybody follow my Millie up, please? But get a life, you weirdos. Absolute fucking weirdos. Right, everybody. So, mods. Hello, everybody. Mods, I do want to thank you again because you do an amazing job. I'd just sit here and be lazy as feck and you do everything for me. So I absolutely love each and every one of yous. So my Gemini is going to start. Oh, somebody's put a treasure box up. Can you thank whoever's put that up, please? Not yet, my Ginger Gemini, because we're not starting till we get 100k taps and we only own 34 shares. So get about your business, babbies. Come on, we'll have a couple of minutes of taps and a minute of you pressing that little arrow. It's all free down at the bottom and get it reposted out and shared. Thank you very much, kindly. I'm not to be messed with today. I'm glad I can just sit here and say it out in a minute.
I just want to say thank you, Pearl, for giving us your platform yesterday and just letting us have the run of it.
Yous are absolutely welcome. I have heard a few little things as well. People saying, well, it's all bullying against one. No, it's not. It's because people's been shut down for that many years. They're entitled to speak. I will lend my platform out and whoever doesn't like it, trot on, babbies. Go and watch another live. Go and watch all of the gossip about Chippy and his son. You boring fuckers. Now piss off.
I'm not going to be sitting here dragging Hayley's looks or DV or anything like that. I'm just pointing out a few things and just asking for kindness. That's all that everyone's ever asked for.
Exactly. And all the things that has been done, she has a right to be spoke about, in my opinion, a very big right. And if she doesn't, and I'm starting this off again, just for the sake of any screen recorders in, if Hayley at any point wants to come in, if any of Hayley's current mods or friends wants to come in, they are more than welcome. Once Ginger's finished what she's doing, not one of them has been blocked. Hey, my Serena, my baby. Not one of them has been blocked or anything. They are more than welcome to come in. It's not a hate life against Hayley. It's just putting out there that all the sly, little corrupted things that she's done and got away with for a long time. Every time the girls has tried to talk out, they've been closed down. Well, woohoo. They've come on. They've come on and it's their time to talk. It's their time not to be shut down. And people who doesn't like it, like I say, go and do whatever you've got to do and say whatever you've got to say on the app. Nobody gives a fuck, but it's getting spoke about. End of, right? Nobody's shutting anybody down now. Hi, girls.
Hi, Pearl. Hi, Gemini. How you doing?
Hi.
Good, thank you. This tablet isn't charging. I swear to God, Pearl, if anything could go wrong,
It's fine, it's fine. But don't worry, you've still got a few minutes. We're not up to the 100k taps and we've had the 100 shares. Thank you, everybody. So can you get your heart maze in, please? Mods, if there's anybody without any great hearts in or no at all, you know what to do. Thank you. Big up, everybody. Thank you for all my heart maze. I love yous. Hey, mate, Becca, how are you, me baby? Hey, Charlene.
Yes, hi.
And Anna.
Annie, quickly, before you do your wonderful thing, whatever you're
my
doing.
mad dog.
How are you doing? You all right?
I'm good.
Are you going? Just two things. You never told me about what's happening with the van, because me and Holly were going to come and have a burger off you. And then the second one was, you're going in March, aren't you? Right. It'll be a pleasure to meet you, that's all, because I think me and Holly are coming down. So that's all I want. Do your thing on your platform. Let these ladies speak out, and I'll speak to you another day.
With that okie doke, my mad dog. 2
Bless you.
seconds. I'll just go on mute. 2 seconds, ladies. That's all, 2 seconds.
You never say anything about this.
My dog's an Englishman. No,
See if this tablet dies. I have put everything in order on one of my accounts. Would anyone be able to come too?
You need, sorry.
But the tablet's not charging, so it isn't. I've got everything I want to play, and I've numbered it all on another account, so I have just in case this tablet dies because I needed a backup.
Charlene?
Hi, my lovely. Yeah, my iPad's on charge, so that could probably. Am I following that account, Ginger?
Ginger Gemini 2, and it comes up, yes, it's me, Tara, since Hayley doxed my name.
Yeah.
Well, what she thought was my name.
All right.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. I was having a little conflab with my daughter. We've had some... Hello, everybody. We've just had some people out today about flooring and everything. Mad Dog, if you're still in the chat, yes, I'll get back to you, me baby. But the burger van's gone. But yes, we're going to boxing in March. Woo, I can't wait. So, ladies, welcome. Thank you, my mods. There's the polls already up. There's a box up there. Who's ever put the box up, can you please thank them for the coins? Thank you, me babies. So, ladies, again, take the floor. Welcome in, everybody. Take the floor. I'll sit on mute and I won't be a nuisance. I'll just sit here like a Kent listening, right? So just on yous go. And don't panic, my Gemini. You do an amazing job, as each and every one of yous are, right?
Thank you.
So there you go. I'll just sit here and listen, right?
I'm going to start off.
Sorry, just to confirm, what is the account called?
Ginger Gemini 2, and then it should come up, the name should come up, yes, it's me, Tara.
Yeah, followed back. Okay. Yeah, I'm on 1%, so you probably have to wait.
Sorry, ladies. Sorry. You put up... Oh, I put the box up, did I? Sorry. I tell you, I'm not with it. thank us, please, when you get a coin. Or if you're taken anywhere else, still thank us. Sorry, everybody. I tell you, I'm not awake yet. So if you can keep tapping the screen, so there's a box up if you can get your heartmates in. And now I will sit quiet. But good luck, ladies, and you're just doing an absolutely amazing job, each and every one. Now I will sit on mute. Tap the screen, you feckers.
Thank you.
So I'll let you crack on, but yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to cam to for you for probably about 20 minutes. It needs a bit of time to charge the iPad.
I've got a little bit anyway, so I'm going to start off with a statement anyway. Someone sent me one of their stories. Now, I've been in contact with this person for a long time. They've come to me and they've been really, really scared and nervous because of the backlash they would get from speaking out. So I'm just going to read what they've wrote to me. I've watched Hayley and we became friends. I started gifting and even sent gifts to her and her kids at her address. This was the refuge. I confided in her about my life, about my CSA, my CA and the loss of my son. I told her about my bad mental health. I was added to as a mod and I felt great and accepted. I was a mod in the Discord too. One night she was doing a case about a baby, so I stayed out to protect my mental health. I started watching EQ, which was fun, and when I came back, she started going on about EQ and the SIDS incident, which I didn't know about. I plucked up the courage and messaged EQ, and then EQ came live and apologised live and personally. I started seeing Hayley's mods and EQs and everywhere I went. I was suddenly muted from Hayley's Discord and the mod group. The mods told me it was a mistake. The only one who could have done it was Hayley. The next day, me and mods said, as a collective, it was best I was removed from everything for my mental health. I never said I was struggling with my mental health at the time. Next thing I know, they all came after me speaking on it in Canadian Angie's. I did do something silly, and I was lucky that my friend found me. I later found out my son messaged Hayley. She said she knew nothing about it and she loved me. A few months later, a mod came to me with everything and proof. Hayley was behind it all. She had a separate Discord where she was slagging others off. She said she wanted rid of me, and there were 12 to 14 other mods before me. One like me ended up in hospital, and God knows how many more. This girl just wanted to get her story out, so I just said I would read it. The next thing I'm going to go to is, we were speaking on Adriana Young's family yesterday, and how Hayley was asked to step back from the case.
Right there, Gemini. Sorry, just before you go into that, just because you know what you just shared, that statement, it was so heavy.
I know, I was crying.
I know. I just want to give people a minute just to really just take that in. Do you know what I mean? Because that really upset me. In fact, all of you, Mudge, yeah, like listening to what you have gone through yesterday, it just sounds like an abusive relationship, and it really, really was difficult to listen to. And I just want to say, I think Pearl mentioned it yesterday. I know Becca is an advocate for domestic abuse. Jane's Positive Corner is in here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, follow people who can just help you go in the right direction to really recover from this, because it has been horrific.
Exactly.
Can I just say as well?
Sorry, 1 second. Can I just keep reminding people? I'm not putting in. There is a poll up there for anybody that's affected by anything you hear in here. There's a poll up here. Contact Jane's Positive Corner if you need help. She'll put you in contact with proper medical professionals. And bound from that. Sorry, girls. Go on.
Yes. Sorry, can I just say about that as well? That is something that Hayley has used against me several times as well. I want to start by saying I absolutely love my cousin as a person. I do not like my cousin's character. Well, she's completely changed on the app now, in my opinion. I did not used to be a fan of her character.
I was just going to say, we'll have no slating of our EQ around these ways. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I never used to be a fan of her character, and I never used to watch her old show. I'm aware of the comments that she made, which she's apologised for, and, you know, people can choose to forgive that or not forgive that, but that is something that did directly trigger me as well, because most people who followed me will know that I have lost a daughter. So when Hayley went through the stuff that she went through with me, everything, when she would get called upon what she'd said about me, she would always direct that to, well, her cousin is EQ, which that is not who I am. Do you know what I mean? Like, me and my cousin love each other. We are both very, very different. And that does not dismiss harm towards me of somebody bullying me by then saying my cousin has made other comments. But then to use a specific comment that my cousin has used about baby loss and ask me how I feel about it, knowing I have buried my daughter, is another thing of that creator that I will never ever forgive. And I can only imagine that person who's give you the statement, Gemini, they're hurt as well, because that is something I still really struggle with. And that's something that she did weaponise, that my cousin said. And again, I'm sure she's apologised for it and she didn't know the gravity of it. But the way Hayley uses that one thing to trigger people who've been through baby loss is horrific. Sorry.
Honestly, this girl has followed me for a while now, and her nerves, like that, she ended up in hospital over all of this, you know. She's changed her name multiple times on TikTok because the mods still follow her around the app, just in case she speaks out against all of this. I think she sent this statement to the Blaster as well, and the Blaster read it out, and after the Blaster read it out, she contacted me, and she just felt so happy that she was finally able to say something. And that's what this is about, you know. These people weren't allowed to have feelings in that group, and it's just good that they're allowed to express them now. I'm going to move on to some statements from the family with the Adriana Young stuff, if I can get my camera on.
Are there videos, Gemini, or written statements?
One of them's a written statement that was sent. She sent it to me in a message, so she did. But after all this was done, I was going to say to people, if they wanted to go to Simply David's page, Simply David has posted a lot of statements from a lot of people who've been hurt within that community.
Right. I don't think we should play this video from Angie. And the only reason why I'm going to say is yesterday, just because yesterday, obviously we covered a lot around Adriana Young. However, when I reflected on it last night, I've spoke to some of the people in the boxes. I thought I actually haven't spoke to Adriana's family to even let them know that this was going ahead. I know that someone Sefe spoke to Alana and like has invited her, but I think because there's so many things that Hayley's done and we spent so much time on the Adriana case yesterday, I just want to like bring it to a conclusion, because I'm aware that Hayley Comet's community last night after Pearl's live, I watched them in other lives and they just started to drag the family again. And you know what I mean, it's coming up to a year. It's coming up to a year since they lost their little girl. So I think, like, we're just keep it real respectful and just what you heard yesterday around.
Sorry for stopping you. Who was dragging them? Hayley's mods?
Yeah, so last night, just in Canadian Angie's live. And I mean, it weren't like overly bad, and it's the same usual ones, and in 1981, and do you know what I mean? And it's just all the things where, for them, they are still in the belief that this family have done Hayley a wrong, and I just don't understand why they can't see that this family are grieving. So, I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
I touched on this yesterday, sorry, that's what I was asking as well. So obviously they don't feel in any type of way, because I was saying, and because I know there'll be an ear on fake accounts, just like there will be now, right? More than likely Hayley will be an ear on a fake account, but you don't have to. You can come in on your real accounts, you just can get in the box. But how, at listening to all of this that's going on, and even the things afterwards, what my Kenzo's mum's just said there, how is it making you feel as mothers, listening to this? Think about it. If it was your family and your children, that's all I'm saying. Just think about, like, take food for thought. That's the only thing. Sorry, girls, go on.
Yeah, no, it's all right, because what Hayley's going to do when she comes back, right, she, if she comes back, she's going to want to try and, like, defend herself. So if we're talking about this, she's going to drag the family again, and I really, really don't want that for them. So
she's back tomorrow, so she said she's got a game plan coming, apparently. So this isn't a game to me, so it's not a game to so many people, but she's back tomorrow.
Ginger.
Yeah.
While you're talking about it, can I actually play to her how she said she's got a game plan? And she said, exactly. I'm not going to come to it. You're going to hear her voice.
I didn't raise the
I'm so sorry. She literally made a statement, and I actually recorded myself where she said exactly how she's done it and that she'd done it multiple times. There. Hold on.
I think
There.
you know what we need to focus on, and what I'm going to try and reach out tomorrow and find out if there's any updates in the Adriana case, because I've kind of given the lawyers quite a lot of time now to kind of know what the next step is. I think we need something to break in Adriana's case to get the focus back on point, and I think it's going to take something like the second autopsy to be complete to get everybody back on point, because all of this noise in the background and stuff and these videos and all of this can all go fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. We need something just to drop a bomb, which we've had obviously countless times before, like the photo. Oh, I'm on wax unfiltered, am I? I think
But yeah, so she had last time, well, that time, it was when something came out about her, and she goes like, oh, I need all this background noise to shut it down. We need something. And she always does it, and she admitted in here that she's done it multiple times.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Ina, she's done it with her and Brigham, like, you know, like she said, oh, Alex has said like her just come in there and derail it. That was when I confronted her the last time on Devon stage, and remember, everyone was shutting me down and I was saying exactly the same things. When are you gonna stop harming families? Do you know what I mean? And all she had to do, you know, let me tell everybody this: if you want to work with people, just go and find free training courses, voluntary courses, to get your foot in the door, and you work your way up, and then you start helping people. Do you know what I mean? You can help people, like, you know, and tell them where they can go for extra help and stuff. But if you want to do what Hayley does, just, you know, like, let's just keep it respectful. And on that note, that's the last thing I'm going to say on the Adriana case, because like I say, I don't want to, do you know what I mean? I don't want to rile it, and I want to give the mods room and space, and anyone else who really wants to talk about their experience. And just before I drop, I just want to thank the community just for being safe. Like, do you know what I mean? It's no secret that I don't really come over to these spaces because I do fear the comments, etc., etc. But majority of you have been respectful. So big up yourselves, everybody.
Thank you.
Love you, Kenzie, now.
Thank you. I'm going to let you like carry on, all right, and I'll be in the comments.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, Kenzie and his mum.
All right.
Obviously, I know how spiteful Hayley can be, so I think I'm going to agree with Kenzie and his mum on that. If we speak, because the family still are on TikTok, if we speak on that, then that family's going to be dragged, and I think they've had enough. I'm going to move on to now a clip of Hayley. This is I don't know if everyone was here yesterday with Mini-Me. This is Hayley basically threatening anyone. If anyone does anything that pisses her off, she's going to out people's abuse. Sorry, it's a long clip, so it is.
And I am actually saying from now on, and I'm saying it very strongly, one more thing from anybody at all. You were lying, Leslie, don't say that.
Basically, Hayley is holding everybody on this app responsible. She's saying if any one of us pisses her off, she's going to out people's abuse.
I wasn't right now. We said thing. I don't want to have to take myself out of myself, right? Because I've just had a conversation with somebody that makes me so excited. And I really hope that soon I can bring you soon. I can't right now. I can't because it's going to ruin the investigation. But one of the cases I get asked about most in the UK, one of the cases I've always been the most passionate about, there is a chance that soon, 2026, we're going to see something so amazing. I was on the phone. I cried when I got off the phone. I was like, please. And then I instantly get a message like, this has gone up, and I read it and I'm like, I don't want my name, thank you Nikki, keep getting dragged into this banal bullshit. It's not Jay Slater, no. I don't want to get, thank you Mel, dragged into this banal bullshit. I'm a mother and I use my time on Snap to talk on victims. A lady coming in earlier who I really want to help. I don't want to see her listen to me rant about bare weird shit. I don't want to get involved in this. Can you not understand that sometimes people just need to leave me alone? Not Adriana. A UK case, I said one of the most unsolved cases in the UK. Why do people need to do this mad shit? You don't need to create a narrative that I'm a liar, I'm this or I'm that. Like, I was actually very good to you. You hurt me. You hurt me with what you did. Absolutely hurt me, because I didn't think you were capable of doing that to me. After for 2.5 years, I've been a sounding board for you. I'm not going to say what it is, guys. I have literally put myself in a position of so much uncomfortableness. Honestly. And I only wanted to help people. That's why I come to this app. I let people see with my kids how I am as a mum. You get to judge my whole life. I even come lying about the Nick situation because I didn't want anyone to feel conned by me. So the moment that he started coming to the house, I will in a second, Bobby, I said about it. And I said, it's not for everyone. Don't put yourself in danger. Like, this is the step I'm taking for my children because we have the safety plan in place. Like, and I don't owe that to anyone. But for me as a woman, I feel like I've given you some of my journey. Like, I will share my journey with you, my friends, my people, my community. But I'm not going to be called a liar. I'm not going to be called a liar. I've already owned. I've told you the truth. There's no spun narrative. Kiki said something she shouldn't. I screamed at her. I apologised to her. I asked for 2 days to reply. She said no, and then the hate campaign started. That is how it happened. That is exactly how it happened. You've watched for the last couple of weeks and she's put this out, that out, this out, this out, this out, and I've said nothing. I've said nothing. I've ranted about twice in the whole time after all the posts, the hate campaign, and then I've just moved on. Yesterday I told the same truth. 4 months have left, they were all in a hate group about me, and they thought it was okay yesterday, to the day before I'm talking about, sorry, it's the days below, take a message from my private chat on WhatsApp and send it to Kiki to save themselves from her putting out information about them. I told the executive that's exactly what happened. Exactly. There's no lying, no twisting, and I literally welcome any mod in here, and I literally wrote nothing out to just say, no, Hayley, look, that's not how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. Exactly how it happened. And actually, I was a lot kinder than some of the other mods thought I should be at the situation where it all came out and what had been said. So now there's another statement out. So tonight we go then.
I'll show you the statement after.
You're not going to put a statement out that's going to be twisted. You're not going to twist anything. Tonight I'll just put out the whole truth. No statement, no bullshit, no clever words. No nothing. Nothing. I just want peace. I just want peace. I'm getting the statement now, we'll see what it says. But I mean it. I could cleverly word a statement and say to you guys, last week I went to the spa shop.
I just want to pause this. I've heard some people are commenting on Hayley's children in the chat, but I do not want that. Nobody wants anyone to comment on anyone's children. They should all be left out of it.
If you see any comments like that, don't just mute them, block them out the live, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want that at all.
I got my left nipple caught in the till. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true. I'm fed up. Like, you are too big and too grown to be playing these games. And I did just say the deal was I would take the post down. I've taken on my statement done for now, as you have done exactly what you swore you weren't capable of, and happily with data about the baby. So, again, Mini-Me, you're okay to put out a statement this morning that mentions Nick. You don't know how Nick will take that. You don't know how a man who's been to prison twice, really been to prison, not waiting, has really been to prison. You don't know what he's capable of. Now I do, and I know I'll be fine, and I know if I phoned him and said what you did, he'd say you and the girl's okay, because he's grown. But you don't know that. You don't know that. And you still put it out. So again, you showed, just like you've shown in the last 3 or 4 weeks, that you're okay to endanger my children, my home, my earnings, my TikTok, my livelihood. But I can't have an opinion. And because of that message there, I'm still showing messages tonight, by the way. Because once again, you've said in that message, I'm endangering your daughter and a baby, which I'm not capable of. I'm not capable of. Your words will tell that story, not mine. Because I don't talk about it. It'll be your words and her words that will tell that story. Because you are quite happy to put shit out about me, knowing this is my livelihood now, I feed my children. You're happy to make up these rumours and be malicious. But I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to defend myself. No, JD, because she's now put out a statement that tells another lie about me. So she's saying, I'll take out the statement, but I'll put one up saying you're capable as a woman who works to save women from domestic abuse. You're capable of putting people in danger. No, I'm not. I'm not capable. But what I'm also not capable of is you putting up statements that impact my children, my home, and my ex-partner, and me going, okay, thank you. No.
Pearl, Mini-Me's daughter's in the chat.
Sorry, if you want anybody up, just ask the mods, my Gemini, because I don't know who's who, so...
I think it began with a D. She said before she was in the box. That's who we're speaking about now.
And Alana is in the chat. This is Adriana Young's family as well.
So if you mods, if we request in the box, will you put them in the box? Thank you.
Hi, Alana.
This is a very long video, so do you want me to just pause it and then you can talk away, Mini-Me?
Maybe like
hi everybody. Sorry, I'm just going back on mute again because I really don't know any of this. Sorry.
Hi, yeah. My daughter's in requested. She's done his cozy chaos. It's only fair she talks about it.
Yeah.
What she's saying there, that I've lied on my statement, none of that's true. It's all true what I put out. When she moved from the refuge to her house, she told us all Nick was not allowed to know her address. For months, we all thought he didn't know her address. She told us that he wasn't allowed when people were threatening to dox her, everything else.
Sorry, 1 minute, Mini-Me. What's her name again? Is she private?
Danny's Cozy Chaos.
Danny's... there we go. Okie doke, sorry.
So that's the only thing I put straight on that, saying none of us knew. And it was when the video got released, that's when we all realised he was there on the day of moving in.
Mini-Me, I've got your statement. Do you want me to read it out?
My statement?
Yeah.
You're welcome to, yeah, because I'll stand by that. What I said is 100% true. She's saying I'm not showing the messages. I've got messages, but it involves with the other mods, and I didn't want to do that, but I'm happy if she's going to do a live tomorrow, as she said in her Discord today, I will show everything. I really, really will. I don't want to put people in the firing line like I've been, but I'm trying my best here. I've been in bits all day. I can't do this. She's playing us out to be liars, and we're not. Yes, I did say some bad things about Kiki. I've been through this with Kiki. I've been through this. Hayley said bad things about people in private. When we fall out, we call each other everything. People do that. But you're going to go on your platform and say, this is the type of person she is. Well, we can show also what type of person Hayley is in private then. The derogatory comments she's made about her own viewers. I'll be prepared. I'll do it all. If that's what's needed for me to know my truth, if she's going to keep doing this, I just wanted to walk away. The reason I made my statement is because she went on a live and lied about me. The reasoning. I blocked her. Yes, she demodded me because I'd got her blocked. I don't know how to demod. I don't know TikTok. I blocked her. I was trying to explain. She already knew about a group chat we had for 2 days with Kiki, but she was going back and back at me saying, you hadn't told me this, you hadn't told me that. I told her everything, but she didn't want to listen.
I think the biggest point I wanted to...
Yeah, I'll let Danielle speak.
Sorry to cut you off, Mum. The biggest point I wanted to get across is that none of it that's been done has ever been to spout hate, to attack, to... take anything away from anyone. I've heard voice notes today that I was never a mod, that I was just a pain in the arse. Now, I deemed all of them people as very good friends. That's how it was for me. It was never a case of, you know, I didn't use it. I never watched Hayley's lives, really. I never did anything like that. It was just my friends. And what I couldn't understand out of all of it was why, when she was angry that my mother had put out a statement. Yes, me and my mum are best friends. We always have been. But we are two separate people. Why, when she is the first to say, act the woman that the age that you are, is she going for someone who's half her age, who hasn't even put out a statement? I have said nothing. I have done nothing. The whole argument in the first place was because a message came out where I said I was scared of Hayley. And that is why it all started. She was angry at me for saying I was scared. And I had a reason to be in the end. Now that I look at it, I was right. I should have been, because you can't go on and threaten a mother and her baby, and in situations that she knows she can't share, and then expect them just to sit back and go, all right, yeah, you do what you want. I don't want hate things. I don't want to, you know, have a massive, like, what's it called? It's hard to word. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what she wants. If she wants everyone to out messages, we can. I don't care if people hear us bitching about people. That's the least of my worries. But the problem is, all those messages that she wants outing also includes all of her current mods. It also includes everything. It includes her messages, our messages, and other people's messages. There's a reason we haven't done it, because we don't feel the need to do that. But if she wants that out, we can. But when I'm hearing it's constant...
Can I just say to you as well, Danny, don't ever be frightened of what you've called people, because listen, we've all called people, we've said the worst to the worst, like called them every name you can imagine, right? Listen, as long as you haven't, like, unalived somebody, raped somebody, or done something with a child, nothing is that bad. It's name calling, and get over it. We're all human, we all do it, but don't let anybody shut you down. Get your truth out there.
That's it. The truth will set you free, and don't let anybody have a hold over you. Like, post the face if you need to. Do you know, as long as you're going to take accountability and grow from it, then so be it. Everybody has bitched, everybody has gossiped, but like Pale said, as long as you've not taken somebody's life, you've not came for somebody's disability, you've not came for somebody's children or safety, then so be it. Hold your hands up. You've said some mean things, and be on with it. Do not let anybody in this whole world have any control or power over you. The truth will set you free.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I say, I mean, there's a few things, you know, that I can't stand by, and that is attacking things like disabilities, that's attacking illnesses, that's attacking people who have been through real traumas. There's a line, I think, honestly, especially on TikTok, you have to not cross. I don't care what Hayley does in her real life. I don't care what she, you know, but don't drag people. Do not sit in a live and say you wish my mother dead when you know that I have been struggling so bad with the news of getting my mum getting a terminal illness. Like I say, she's my best friend. I don't want to hear someone who she's deemed as one of her best friends for years now saying she should just drop dead. That's horrible. I don't understand why that even ever come out of her mouth. You can be angry at someone, but there's a line, and I don't understand any of it, to be honest. I really don't.
Hayley likes to run very far over that line. Like I've expressed before, like me and her can hate each other, not like each other, call each other names, do you know what I mean? But she takes it so far. And it's not even a case of a back and forth with Hayley. If you try to say anything, ask a question, you're just shut down. You're not allowed to talk. She's actually went around saying that no one should let any of us speak. We don't have the right to speak, you know?
I think, everyone has the right to be hurt in every situation. If Hayley's hurt by everything, I completely understand that. But we're also within our own right to be hurt by situations. No one's can be put down for the way they feel. If, you know, I've heard voice notes today saying that mum was faking her waterworks last night and she's got nothing to be upset about. She has. They were her best friends for 3 years. Of course she's hurt. I don't know what anyone else would react like in that situation. It's got nothing to do with the drama talk or anything like that. It's also just broken her. When she needed people most, she's been thrown to the side like she never mattered anyway. And it's the same in my situation. I didn't know them for as long, but I knew them in the background for a long while. And when you get thrown to the side, and you just think, oh, so I never mattered anyway. And then you hear voice notes saying she was nothing but a pain, or I had countless complaints. Well, when the things she said when I was in her Discord, I got complaints. The only time she had complaints about me was when a big disagreement happened in her Discord. I tried to defend Hayley, and then someone said about how I post all of my traumas anyway. And I said, the only trauma I've posted that you know about is a recent miscarriage I went through. So please don't bring that into it. And I got absolutely laid into in that chat. I went back to the mod chat and every one of the mods was fuming for me and devastated. So that was not fake. I never made it up, but I was broken. It was weeks after I'd lost my baby at 13 weeks. I was not in a good place anyway, but I tried to be there for her. I tried to be there as a friend and defend her, and it didn't obviously work out. Now, that's by the by anyway. But I literally went in that Discord to be on a giving back page so I could send gifts and things like that as well. And then that one time in a chit chat. Apart from that, I never spoke in it. So I don't know where all these complaints came from, if it was anything other than that one situation.
Stuff, I am very sorry for your loss. But I think, if somebody tries to silence people for what, especially people who has a receipts and who can actually back up, how can somebody say, okay, now you're wrong, even if you prove them time and time again? And you can, like, their mods, we could have showed them so many receipts, they would still be like, no, praise Hayley, all that.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No, I think, I've explained this last night. A lot of Hayley's community don't do drama side. They don't know about half of it. They're told they're not allowed to go into these rooms. So they've maybe seen what Hayley was saying and maybe the odd video she might have shown or whatever, whatever's on the FYP, but they don't know a lot of this side. I'm not making excuses because a lot of them have seen, but I am more than willing to let everything go. I'm more than willing to forgive anyone in this world. So I just can't carry that hate. So I can. And yeah, and do you know what? People have come to me over the past year, and the amount of amazing women I've met through all this is insane. I have lots of love for every single one of them.
See, I'm quite a lot in the true crime world, and especially like right now live cases. So when I hear her constantly actually lying about the cases and putting misinformation, it really winds me up. And you can tell her following, like you can sit in the same boxes with them sometimes here, there and everywhere. And they were like, oh no, but Hayley said. But that's not true. That's not true. That's not what the document says. And that's not what the docket says.
Minnie, do you want me to read your statement?
Happy for you, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 minute, everybody. Sorry, 1 minute. I've just seen a few comments about having gifts on. I am not raising awareness. I'm allowing somebody to use my platform, these beautiful ladies that's had lots of things done. So if you don't like it, please fuck off out the live. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Pearl's time anyway. So nobody has to gift. Right, I'm going to read this statement. So
yes, you do. I'll have all the gifts. Thank you.
Right, so those threats that Hayley was making out was because of this statement. Yes, I blocked Hayley and walked away because I wanted to be an adult about the whole situation. I did not want to come on here or engage publicly. I simply wanted to remove myself and move on with my integrity intact. Yes, I have, and I still speak with many of the other past and current mods. When we compared experiences, it became painfully clear that both the mods and the wider community have been fed carefully controlled and conflicting versions of the truth. I hated myself for ever doubting Hayley because genuinely considered her a friend. But over time, the lies, contradictions and deception became impossible to ignore. She would tell one story and then later flip it entirely. If others hadn't noticed it too, I would have questions. I would have questioned my own sanity. Sorry, I've got a chest infection. Yes, maybe people will think this is wrong and sneaky, but Hayley herself openly admitted to me that she also bitches to other mods, me included, regularly about other mods, but said that that's what friends do and then sort it out and move on. So why is it one rule for her and another for everyone else? Hayley has hurt a lot of people. She has deliberately played mods against each other, manipulated her community by drip feeding information, rewriting events and controlling the narrative. When she is caught out, her response is always the same. I've always been honest. I stand in business, even when the evidence proves otherwise. I will forever carry guilt for not standing by Kiki. Always held a special place in my heart for her, another ex-mod Joe. When I tried to defuse the situation and spoke with Hayley, I was fed the same lies she had since shared publicly on her platform. Sorry, some of it's covered. My head was twisted through manipulation and shame. Shaming me for not listening to any of my own doubts and walking away then. I had my reasons for staying, which I cannot speak about at this time. Okay. The top of this is cut out. Something about her ex. For months and months, Hayley told both mods and her community that she was only meeting him at a local shop with the girls, and she was not allowed anywhere near her. He was not allowed anywhere near her home. She repeatedly stated that he had only recently been allowed inside her home. We supported her wholeheartedly through her move, believing she was finally safe in her forever home that he supposedly knew nothing about. Now a video has surfaced showing him in their very day she moved in, waiting for carpet fitters. This was never disclosed to us. Our support was built on false information and lies. What she does with her life is her own choice, but don't lie to try and gain financially on a platform based on lies and not expect people to be shocked. Hayley maintains a tight inner circle of mods she communicates with regularly. The group consistently targets, belittles and undermines other less important mods. I raised this with Hayley multiple times. Each time she agreed it was wrong and promised to address it. Each time she chose silence. She will never confront them because they know too much and she needs to keep them loyal. I want to be very clear. I am not posting this to cause drama. I'm posting this because I want closure and because I feel I have been left with no other option. Hayley is now trying to paint myself and my daughter in a bad light when she herself manipulated and played on empathy of many vulnerable people, hurting them deeply in the process. She repeatedly uses emotional manipulation such as comments about how things could affect her income, which would affect her supporting her girls, or in statements like, "Do you want me to be unalived?" to silence people and control the narrative. I wanted to walk away quietly with my head held high, but once again, Hayley has gone live, twisted the narrative, and this is the second statement that Mini-Me posted that caused Hayley to say, right, that's it, I'm out in it. I wanted to walk away quietly with my head held high, but once again, Hayley has gone live, twisted the narrative, and positioned herself as the victim to gain sympathy. This pattern has affected too many people, for it is continuously dismissed. I am so hurt. I put so much time and energy into that community I love so much, and now it feels it was all based in lies and deceit. I know my truth. Hayley knows it too, so ask yourselves, can all of us be really wrong? So, yeah.
And I mean, there we see, we touch on the financial grooming, and obviously that's quite serious. And we've observed from Hayley the financial grooming on numerous occasions that you can document in videos, and it's really harmful and it's manipulative. And she's repeatedly implied that if her audience doesn't give financially, she'll struggle. And I feel fabricated like events, like she's had job interviews, and obviously we've seen no proof of this, just randomly. I went for 2 job interviews today. Other creators, they don't do what I do and they make so much money. Maybe I should just, talk about crap and slag people off, and then maybe I'll make loads of money, but look at all the work I'm putting in. Sometimes I'm researching cases, for 8-10 hours a day, and I might not even make £25, and other creators making £500 on the same live. So all of that is like, it's trying to make people, I feel, kind of feel sorry for her. And I think that what it also does is it puts pressure on people that might be financially vulnerable as well. So yeah, we've seen a lot of that financial grooming from Hayley.
I just also want to say, sorry, just to follow on from that statement, there's been a few comments made as well that my mum dragged me into this true crime group and added me into a group chat, and what kind of mother does that? That was never the case. I was into true crime way before mum was. I just didn't watch Hayley. I watched other true crime. I watched, and I don't tend to go on lives that much. But my mum never dragged me in a group chat and forced me to be a part of it. I'm a grown adult. I made my own decision. And actually, the other mods, because I'd spoken to them briefly before as well, said, that they'd love me to be in there because they love me. And so I was like, oh, great, I'll come in the chat, that's fine. I have never wanted to be a mod. She always says it like, well, Danielle was never my mod, like as if it's like this shocking thing. I never asked to be a mod. I never wanted to be one, but my mum definitely never forced me into a community. I put in myself, and it was just quite comical to me that was another narrative that was put out there, that my mum's parenting was bad. I'm 22 years old.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight again, obviously I completely agree what you're all saying about the financial manipulation. Just one thing that's really important for me to say is, again, like, everybody's experience with domestic violence will be similar, but everyone's will also be very, very different. I just don't want anyone to be encouraged by listening to anybody else and what they do with, you know, their safety and their abuser, etc., and to think that that's the right or the wrong thing to do. Just always be mindful to follow your own safety plan, your own child arrangement or your own child protection plan. Do not put yourself in any danger or children, or feel that you have to act in a certain way to make you a better parent because somebody with a large platform or a large influence is saying that makes them a good parent by facilitating contact. Please follow your own safety plan, your own child protection plan, and do not put yourself at any risk at all. And that's not me aiming anything at any other creator. That is just me being very, very mindful that a home is not a neutral place, and people may be put in grave danger if they go against their own personal child protection plan or safety plan by allowing their abuser in their home unsupervised in their own personal circumstance. So please, please, everybody, follow your own safety plan. I just wanted to say that.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the community felt duped because Hayley had said, Nick, sorry, I don't want to use his name, sorry, that her ex was very abusive and he was very dangerous, and she gained a lot of gifts moving into her forever home as she moved from refuge to there. And then obviously they found out the other day that he was there the whole time, like he moved her there. So I think that's where people are starting to get really annoyed. But like Becca says, please don't invite your abuser into your home just because someone with a big platform does.
That's actually another really good point. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But where a mum put in a statement about that was not mum trying to bring Hayley's children or ex-partner into it. It was mum simply trying to say that we'd seen that video once we'd left, and we were a little bit mortified because that wasn't what we were led to believe. It wasn't. The video is public now. It's not something that's hidden, but we're not bringing them into it. That video has been surfaced and has been everywhere since, and we had no knowledge of that. Absolutely no knowledge, because we believed what we were told. It was not to bring anyone else into it. We don't want to bring anyone else into it.
And actually, about that video, before even that video resurfaced, Gray was talking about it as well. And we just looked at it. I mean, there's no proof, so right. So if there's no receipts, we can't speak about it. But now that when there is actually all those receipts, you know, it's quite disgusting. Look what she did to Gray. Look the way mentally she destroyed that man.
I haven't had Gray's permission to play any of that, so I haven't got speaking to him yet, so I haven't. But I want to move on to a few of the issues. It was during the Adriana Young case, but it's not to do with Adriana Young. Basically, there was a lot of racist undertones to how Hayley spoke to people, and there's a video here. She was asked to remove the SYM from her mugs, and she lied and said it was about solving your mysteries. I think Shirley will be able to explain this better than me.
Yeah, I got called racist because my coffee mugs that I print have SYM on, but it says solving your mysteries.
Thank you, Jeanette.
SYM means solving your mysteries, and I got told that I couldn't use that because it's black speak. But it's like it's just mad. I would pull chalk out of my bum crack, and I would write SYM. Suck your mother. Night, guys. Love you. Yeah, I got called racist.
Yeah.
I got called racist because my coffee mugs that I print have.
Hayley does not like to be wrong at all, as we can see, but there's other videos here as well with ableism and racism in them.
He's got a head for days. Oh, no, I didn't realise.
Marhaba, my friend.
I didn't realise it was actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay. Please don't judge me, please. I didn't realise that. I didn't. I thought the profile picture was taken weirdly. I thought it. No, I didn't. I thought that it was like a fisheye camera. You know, when someone looks out at the camera. I didn't realise. Ginger Gemini, I'll put this video out later. Go look what she just said. She's ableist. Blah, blah, blah. Imagine being that obsessed with me. God. Can some people go over and tap his screen though, just to make me feel a little bit better? Because this is literally. I've just cancelled myself again. It's only 12:47. God, no, I didn't mean to say that. Who's messaging me? I thought it was a different camera.
MashaAllah. Shukran, my friend. Shukran to you, my friend.
No, darling, I know.
Shukran. Thank you, shukran.
Yeah, he's very lucky, man. If you guys want to go sell a couple of gifts, whatever, I won't hold it against you. Hiya! Thank you, Claire. Sorry. Is that appropriate or not? No. He's put a video on me now.
That's just a short clip. The next video I want to play, I don't know if London's in the chat, so I don't. There was a few awful things said about London's child.
I'm sure she won't mind it.
Oh, you guys stop now.
Eh?
I'm sure she won't mind it.
Yeah, no. I don't know if she's in the chat, if she wants to jump up. Do you want to talk, Kenzina's mum?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, Gemini. Gemini just came up about obviously like the racism and obviously we're on Pearl's platform, and Pearl, I'm not bringing you into it, but I'm sure that this may be uncomfortable for you, and I just want to say,
no, listen, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the people who are going to be judging me for being over here and talking about this, because I know that there has been some whispers, yeah. However, right, what you will get to understand about me, there is a very big difference between morals and ethics. Ethics for me are for the greater good. This is something that I have to speak on. Pearl has provided a platform, so that is why I am here. And if anyone has any more questions, then you can DM me. Hayley is a racist, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it or whatever. The SYM things, I'm Jamaican, right? And the solving your mystery things, when we confronted it again, her mods came after me and said that I need to learn how to conduct myself. I shouldn't be speaking to women like that. And again, because I work in the domestic abuse sector and I'm a survivor, they expect me to treat Hayley like a princess. Do you know what I mean? And then the London Star clip with London Star's child. Now, this was a big thing over on the other side of TikTok, right? Because I think you should play the recording first, Gemini, and then we should discuss it.
I just can't believe that someone would talk on a child like this just out of jealousy. And this is I'm going to back that up. 100% my opinion. This is pure jealousy.
This is a 4-year-old child, by the way, a 4-year-old child.
Get wrong all the time. Has the hate live stopped now? Yeah, because London Star has gone on from the hate lives to using her daughter to try and scam the Islam community. It's absolutely ridiculous. Every post is like, my daughter's got a wish list. She really wants a new party. She wants. She was asking for, not for her, but for the rest of her class. They would love some nice things at the party. My daughter would just love some toys to play with. And you know, she's every video is a way of literally just scamming the people from the Muslim community. I'll just say it as it is. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, of course she has, because she's using a 4-year-old child to scam a whole religion. And you know, has she told the Islamic people, who, by the way, Islamic is the most peaceful religion, they're the loveliest people, have you told them all that the 2 weeks before you were making profiles of my dead father? Do you know what I mean? She's pretending to be a whole different person now. She's reborn. I just think it's fucking bizarre. You would never ever catch me using my children, one child, leaving all the rest out, and using them to fucking get toys off of Amazon, just personally. So yes, so what she had to do was remove. No, so she basically made a video of her young child saying that she wanted to wear a hijab like one of her friends was at school, that she wanted to be a Muslim. And that video got millions of views because obviously that's a sweet thing, right? So then she started playing on that. So every day now she's got her daughter decorating different hijabs, going to different mosques, getting prayer mats from people. You know, the girl's four. The girl knows nothing about religion, let's be honest. And you have now changed your profile name to your daughter's name, your daughter's face, and you've got your daughter in dresses performing for people on TikTok. In order to get things off a wish list. I just think it's fucking bizarre. And you all want to call me out, I'll call you out back. I would never ever. No, Mum's not wearing one too. It's literally. She admitted she was Miss Icon. Thank you so much for my gifts yesterday. I'll show them later. I did send you a message. I don't know if you've replied yet because I've got so many messages. It's really, really bad. But I just think people like she's gained about 20,000 followers in a week because people. I guess for the Muslim community. They get so much hate online, they get so much negativity in the media and stuff, and you're seeing this little girl and you're believing this hype that this mother's trying to put onto you, that you would see as quite sweet, right? And I understand why people would want to see that. But there comes a time when, like I've always said before, mothers online often use their children for things. And when you get like a big viewing of one video, you push and push and push and push and push it, and she'll be 10 months down the line making her daughter do all kinds of religious festivals and all sorts because it suits her narrative and it's getting paid. And it's getting you followers. You've changed your profile name to your daughter's name, who's 4, who shouldn't be on social media or have a profile, and you're exploiting your child, almost pimping out your child for financial gain at this point. That's how, and I'll call it how it is, because that's what it is. And then today's post is like, she's got a birthday party next week. She had a conversation with me today, and she wants an extra special party this week, not for her, for her classmates. 4-year-olds aren't having that conversation. If I say to my 6-year-old, do you want to have a party? She's like, yeah, I want it to be Stitch themed. I want a bouncy castle. I want this. Like, she's got no idea about money. She doesn't care about where money comes from, and she doesn't really care about what everyone else is getting at the party. Like every other kid in the world, pass the parcel, they want to win, and it's like, it's your party, you can't win as well. You have those really awkward conversations as a parent when your kids are screaming because they didn't win because it's their birthday. Like, you're just making posts from you and saying it's from your 4-year-old daughter. You're disgusting. Disgusting. So she took down all her videos of hate about me because it didn't fit the new Islam peaceful new person that she is. It's fucking mad. Like a week ago, you were calling out my kids saying horrific things and making on Chippy's live. She admitted, she said to me, "I cannot be the first person in the whole time you've been on TikTok to mock your dead dad."
Lies.
I said, actually, you are. Well done. But you'd never catch me. And let's tell you something.
I'm just pointing out, London never went live and said that.
Listen.
And me, I'm sure, I think you've been accused, Kenzino's mum, and a couple of others have been accused of being behind that on live dad account.
Right, we're just going to reflect on, one second, Ina, we're just going to reflect on obviously what hate she has said about this 4-year-old and why she said it. Obviously, when we look at her body language, she's clearly upset that London has managed to get followers. And you know how it goes on TikTok. Sometimes you can post a video and it just goes viral. And that's all London did. Posted an innocent video of her daughter, the area that they live in, the school that she goes to. She has lots of Muslim friends, and she asked her mum why she wasn't Muslim and if she could wear a hijab. And in the video, London Star and her husband are saying to the little girl, but you're not Muslim, you're Christian, darling. And she was really crying. So, you know, they went out and they brought her a hijab and allowed her to start exploring Islam. She's been to the mosque. Obviously, she's got a big following on TikTok. They've got a YouTube account, and all the videos are so innocent. They're not people, it's not dancing, and you know what I mean?
That's exactly what you, Kenzo's mum, that's exactly what you've just said there, and what the words that I couldn't believe what come out of her mouth about a baby, let's be real, it's about a baby, was that the baby was getting pimped out. I'm sorry. She's oozing jealousy, she's vile and corrupted on every level just from what I've heard, just for that about a 4-year-old child saying the child is getting pimped out and it's a baby.
It's really hypocritical of her as well, because Hayley herself has, you know, put the pity tone on for money for her daughter's insurance. I think somebody gave her a large amount towards her daughter's
Wish
car.
list for all of her kids.
Yeah, we've heard her ask for school uniform. You know, this was 2 weeks before the autumn term started. So it's really contradictory that what you're claiming someone else has done, you've indeed done yourself. Yeah. And just to go back and touch on the whole, when she throws out things like suck your mum and then claims that it's black talk, it's not just inappropriate, it's really ignorant, and it might not scream obvious racism, but it's just tapping into cultural disrespect.
Yeah, can I just say as well that obviously again aligned not obviously with the racism, but when she called me that disabled slave and got called out for it, she defended that by saying that she thought that 4-letter disabled slave beginning with an M and ending with a J referred to a mongrel dog and not the disabled slave. And that is quite similar if you think of what she's done with the SYM. She knows exactly what it means, but then she will defend it by twisting it into something else. And since obviously the falling out with the mods in the recent days, I have been made aware, which I knew anyway, that she the whole time knew what that disabled slave meant. So judging by that to me, I would assume she probably knew what SYM meant as well.
She did, but she said it. She said it on a video. She actually said it, you know, in full on a video. And so she knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, she's pleading ignorance. There's just the brazenness of it all.
Basically, she's profiting from us, right? She's profiting from all of us, not just the black community, because she's taking people's stories. She's constantly getting gifted. She's telling the stories. She's never even contacting these families, like to offer them anything, unless it's something to be done on live for all of us to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, and marginalized groups again, like, do you know what I mean? I said this yesterday, like, if you have a disability and go through domestic abuse, you are part of a marginalized group. Do you know what I mean? Because your experience, and correct me if I'm wrong, Becca, but your experience may be different depending on your disability and how that is going to impact what you are going through.
Yeah, I can completely back that as well, because as well, Hayley understands that I'm registered blind and also have multiple physical disabilities myself, and I've been through myself, but yet she felt the need to threaten me by knowing that if she outed certain information, it would put me and my baby at risk.
And that's awful.
This is what I mean. She is fully aware of everything that I've had going on. She's fully aware I was visually impaired all my childhood, but then got registered blind when I was a little bit older, but not much older, about 12, 13, I think I was, when I was actually classed as blind. And my vision, even in the past few months, has declined rapidly. She knows I've been struggling. She knows what a dark place everyone's been in, but she doesn't care. And then she'll go on lives and she'll say the disabled slurs. She'll say things like that, and it hurts because most of her followers and her mods have disabilities. And it's not okay to joke about things like that. It hurts people. I get, you can have a dark humour, but there's a place and a time, and you can't joke about things like that.
And the correlation between the victims, like most of us do have vulnerabilities, and they're being targeted, and that is the issue.
I wanted to say, Becca, I wanted to ask Danny, if you don't mind, right? Do you know roughly around how many vulnerable mods or mods with additional needs are in the mod community?
My mum would probably be able to answer that one a bit more accurately, to be honest, as she knows a lot more about each of them. But I know there is quite a few. But
would you say there's more vulnerable people in that community than not?
Yeah, more than likely, personally.
And this is my issue, because exactly what Becca said, right? When we're looking at perpetrators, everyone talks about the story of the narcissist and the empath. We know that narcissists seek out empaths. We know that perpetrators do seek out people with vulnerabilities so that they can take an advantage of them. And, sorry to say to you mods, but I do think that that may be part of what's happened here. And for people who are saying that I'm spinning the narrative, remember, I'm qualified. I do this shit off app. Yeah. So before you're telling me, about what I'm doing, make sure you're going to check your brethren, Hayley, comment for the disgusting things that she has been doing.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a really harsh comment to say that it's a waste of life for people who can't get out of bed or get exhausted if they go to a couple of shops.
Yeah.
My mum has many disabilities and things. She struggles every single day, but she fights every day of her life to get through, just every single day. And I'm so proud of her for that. And that is one of the biggest reasons I love her. And if I could even be a smidgen of a woman that my mum is, I'd be so lucky, honestly. And she is the reason I have got through so much in my life. I don't understand how you could look at that and say it's a waste of life just because people aren't as lucky as you you don't feel that way. You're lucky you don't. That's just the way it is. And I don't think you can base your statements off of pure luck that you didn't get dealt some harsh cards.
Danielle, you're very intelligent, so you are, and that was so lovely. That sort of relationship with your mum is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Can we just go back and I can actually play one video that debunks what she just said, actually?
Yes.
It's a quick one.
Subscribe.
Or
No, don't make threats.
like.
Subscribe or no. Pistachio.
She was basically asking her daughter to basically say that, guys, go subscribe to me. So Linda never asked for anything, ever.
No.
She never asked for anything. People actually went to her and offered her.
Is the wolf in here?
Yeah.
Hayley called me out for a boxing match and I accepted, and I've been trying to get the wolf to get on that.
Oh, Sam. Are you interested? If you are, say yes, we'll pop you in the box a second.
I'd swear to God, I'd lay one into her for every victim she's got. Obviously all regulated. I wasn't going to talk about anything to do with me, so I wasn't. But
it's absolutely true.
People have told me that I should. Like,
I think you should, Gemini. I think it's important. Everybody's having their voice here, and everybody's story is important.
This is what started all this with me, right? Hayley put a story out about my partner passing away, as you know, Pearl. I told Pearl did say she believed me the whole time. I knew she did. But she posted the fake story 3 more times to upset me, and there was a video circulating of me extremely upset. And do you know what? See, after that, I was getting contacted left, right and centre by so many people that have been victims of Hayley, and that's what put fire in my belly to help all these people. And I know I'm not professional or anything. All I can do is listen, and that's what I have done. And like I said, I'm crying. So I've grown such an amazing community, so I have, from it all. And I'm really, really grateful to every single one of you for supporting me. Oh my God, I can't stop crying. I'm going to play a video. Hayley ran. So basically, after I asked her to take the video down, she blocked me, and I was told the video was down. A couple of weeks later, people were coming to me and telling me, Hayley's talking about you on live. She's saying that you stalked your partner, that you weren't with him, that you're profiting off him. And I didn't have a clue about any of this. So, and then she ran with the narrative. Yes, she ran with the narrative. I was mad that he was named. I have never been mad that he was named. His face was all over the news. He passed away on holidays just before Jay Slater. So he did. So I'm just going to play some proof here, obviously, that I was with my partner and that I wasn't mad he was named. Sorry.
Truth into Gemini. You went on a podcast and you lied and you said I brought his name to the internet. I hadn't. He hadn't been named. He hadn't been named, so I couldn't name him. I watched the video back. I didn't name, and it was your ex-partner. So you're now talking on someone who he wasn't even with you. It's not your business. He's your ex-partner, okay? And now he's died. You're trying to make money off his name. It's a bit weird, isn't it? So
I've had to put sound over this because of the wording over it, so I hope you can all hear it.
Okay, passed away. Headline up saying that there was an angry man found in the flood. There was body that was moved, and there was drugs on the scene and stuff, and his friends was part of it. So I had no idea what had happened. flying the other thing, so obviously it pushed it forward. It was just a horrible accident. So it was. I did contact Hayley Comet to take it down. Got a load of abuse off her.
It's really insensitive sometimes when TikTok creators, and for as much as they want to push out and pretend they want to inform everyone, it's all about money. It's all about money. If there's a trending story, you put it on TikTok, and people make a whole load of money on like ad revenue and stuff. And
so this is his profile, and that's me in the picture. This is the funeral notice, and my name is here. Another funeral notice. So all of that was easily sorted out in a quick Google. I was with him, and I was with him as a child. We got back together again whenever I moved back home to Ireland, and it was just a sad accident. So it was. So I'm going to move on. Sorry,
I mean, how dare she tell somebody, how dare she say, oh, you wasn't even with him? I mean, even if you wasn't with him, which you was, does that take away any hurt and pain from you losing somebody? I mean, just the ignorance in her it's just so prominent.
That podcast was to help people who had been through stalking, because I went through horrific stalking for 8 years. It led to me having to leave the country. Hayley had seen that, and she decided to go around telling all the creators on the app that I stalked her and tried to get them to say that I stalked them as well. And it's just bad to use my abuse against me. Do you know what I mean? I've also said to Hayley, we can have her back and forth, but can you please stop actualising me as I'm a victim of SA as a child? And this is just a video of 1 week. 1 week, the comments this person's made about me, and I've made multiple videos asking her not to. And it's not just me, she does it too. She does this to a lot of men on the app and a lot of women that she doesn't like.
The screen recorders are ready tonight. Gemini's act. She's going to say some salacious stuff tonight, especially about you. We'll better son like that. Look at Gemini, she'll screenshot now and go and have a look at what it's for on Google. She'll be like, put her hands down her pants while she takes some new medication. I literally feel really good about the Gemini thing today. I feel like she's my sister's sister, and I just feel like it's always going to happen. Your kids are in bed when you're downstairs fucking wanking off over me. For fuck's sake, you little dickhead. Ginger Gemini. Peeking at me, they're watching from the outside, so people like Ginger Gemini have got their hands in her knickers watching me. We call them the peekers. She likes to watch me at all times. You think, fucking hell, not again. I thought it was going to be Ginger Gemini bloody doing herself a cucumber or saying, hey, comment on a repeat.
Wow.
She's definitely done that.
That's just a couple of days. We were actually cam 2 in the boxing that night. We were watching you, Pearl. And I got sent a clip to say that Hayley was going to talk shit about me while she got drunk. And that night I was called an NONCE over and over and over again. So I was.
Did you watch where she's laughing about that word, where she's saying, I call my friends NONCE all the time and we joke about it. Have you got that clip?
I've got that because I posted myself that.
Horrendous, disgusting. Who jokes about NONCESs?
Exactly.
Who jokes about that? It's the most horrendous thing that could ever happen. Like, it's not funny.
And the actualized behavior and words and connotations, like, let's be real. If this was a man that was sitting on the app and like harassing women in the way that HC harasses individuals, right, there would be uproar. I've seen HC do it with men. I've seen her do it with women. She will battle someone who she doesn't even know. She'll see the face before they even come in the room. She don't know if that man's married, don't know if he's in a relationship, but she's always already telling her community how hot he is. It's embarrassing to see her as a big fool 41-year-old woman constantly trying to flirt with people online. And then that what you just played, Gemini, that just made me feel sick. And that is how she talks literally every day. And sorry, just to land my point on this, right? Because everybody talks about, oh, set your app to over 18, etc., etc. There's several videos of Hayley's children saying, my friends seen your account, like, and they seen you swearing and they were embarrassed or whatever not. And Hayley's response is, well, my account's set to 18, like they shouldn't be there. However, this is TikTok, right? I have a 26-year-old. I conduct myself appropriately, and I've said this to Hayley as well, and again, I got jumped on, and I said, listen, right, I'm a mother, 26 years old child, and I still conduct myself in a way because I want my daughter to be able to search my name on this app or on Google and be proud of who I am. I don't want her or her friends to see me talking in those types of ways, do you know what I mean? Because she does this, if it's 10 a.m., if it's 3 p.m., if it's 9 p.m., she doesn't care about the time, and absolutely anybody can be in that room. I've had plenty of young people say, oh, I'm always hearing you on live. I have to conduct myself. So yeah, sorry. It's disgusting.
Absolutely. Right, we're ready to play what the N-word?
Yeah, go for it, Ina.
Your name pretend to be really devastated by it. Like, I'm not devastated,
I've got trigger warning on top.
but I'm not one. Like, I'm not one, so I'm not offended. I don't think I've ever been offended by any word anyone's ever called me before, because it's not, I either don't feel like I am one, or I would probably say about myself, yeah, try to do it for educational purposes, prove the point. Thank you, Mitchell. It's just, there's too many people on this app pretending to be triggered by things for days at a time, so that they can rake in gifts off the back of it. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Do you know what I mean? No one really actually cares about the words. I love being called a unit. It's like a sport thing, yeah. It's like a
But yeah, so she's just, it's okay to call if you know that you're not one. Why you bother? Since when? That's not okay. Your kids are there. Your kids are hearing all of it.
I don't obviously want to speak on her kids, but her kids have said that they watch her and her classmates watch her, and the vulgarity of it all while 12-year-olds are watching it just shouldn't be happening. I'm just going to try and get the next video, sorry.
On the children's comment, and I'm going to bring it up because obviously there are videos out there where she has said, and Kenzino's mum spoke about my child.
She says the same about me, Kenzie. She says I speak on her kids daily. I never talk on them, ever.
Right, and this is what I wanted to say. I've never ever, and I'm going to say this in this space here, because obviously the other side of the app already know. So I just want to make it clear here. I've never ever spoken about Hayley's children. I've spoken about her parenting. Now, as a criminologist, criminology comes from the School of Social Sciences, so we're kind of in the same education school. If she wants to say she's got a degree, she would have studied something called Bandura's social learning theory, very basic theory, to understand why people commit crimes, why humans behave in the way that they do, why the children copy what adults do. So what I said to her, because the child had made some comments saying she doesn't like black people, what I had said in the comments, this indicates to me that there are no positive conversations about black people going on in that house, because a child so young would not just be saying that, right? Children do not see colour. I know adults like to say it, but children are allowed to not see colour because they are innocent. And Hayley just made out like we were all just talking about her child, like, and for me, especially the fact that I work with young people and children and I've not got one strike on my DBS, I'll be damned if I'm going to be on TikTok and have some uneducated, I'm not even going to go in on her, I'm not going to have anybody talk about me like that on the app. I'm sorry. It's learned behavior. And she's also made a sorry, I'm not going to go on about this because obviously I'm just going to get vexed. So let me just shut up.
No, I second everything you were saying. I think that it's very easy to say, don't talk about my kids. But when you expose your kids on your lives and things that they say, and obviously people have dragged her children, which I do not condone. At the end of the day, they're innocent children that are obviously being exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to, just based on the content that she creates, and the darkness of those stories. You know, her children shouldn't be made privy to that. They should, well, certainly the younger two should be kept protected from that. And then there was this big hoo-ha a few months ago that somebody had called social services on her, and we had creators coming on, you know, that had seemingly didn't like Hayley and her actions before, but were crying and saying, oh my God, we would never call social services, we would never do that. I don't know whether social services were called or weren't called. She said that they were going to her children's school, and then, you know, a day or two later it was a closed case. What I will say is I'm not in the social services sector. Just as a mother myself, if I was in a role like that, I would want to look a little bit deeper, and I'll leave it there.
Would I be able to just say one more thing, just in case I have to drop out, because I've got a minute, and just before anything gets changed onto, you know, the next bit. I want to say this directly because I know Hayley will be watching it. Hayley, you keep saying that I have never tried to apologise to you for the message that I sent, saying I was scared that you would out things about my DV and things. You never gave me the opportunity. You blocked me before I even got the chance to message you back. I was already on the phone with authorities and things trying to figure out how I could go about other situations that were happening. And I asked you to call me. You said you were getting in a bath. So I went on a phone call and did something else. I didn't even get a chance. By the time I went back on and read the messages, you'd blocked me and you were laying into my mum on voice notes. I cannot apologise to someone I have no way to contact. You know, and I would.
Do you apologise?
I did in the mod chat straight after. As soon as I realised she blocked me, I went into the mod chat sobbing, saying, I'm so sorry if I've offended anyone. I'm so sorry if I offended Hayley. And I'm absolutely devastated by it all, but I was scared at the time. And then I just got removed as people were typing back to me. Some people were like, I'm so sorry, and all that. And then I just got removed from the group chat. But I did try. I tried to say, look, maybe I shouldn't have said I was scared, but I don't know you as well as other people. But I didn't get that chance. And that's all I wanted to put out there, because it keeps getting portrayed that I don't apologise if I'm in the wrong, that I never even tried to, but I never got the opportunity. And that's all I wanted to say, really.
Danny, why? Right, so you relaying that you're scared that she's going to out something. Why do you have to apologise for that? You don't.
Yeah,
if you're worried about something, you should be able to tell your friend that you're worried about something. Nobody likes to be wrong, but that's crazy to me that she would expect an apology from... I don't know. Yeah. This tablet has died, everyone. This tablet has been going all crazy all day, so it has. So I can't actually play any more videos. There was quite a few more I was trying to get through, but basically, what I would like to say is to Hayley, I know she won't ever get in a box with me. I've asked to have conversations with her.
I know she'll be watching. Sorry, Gemini. I know you're watching, Hayley. Listen, you and your mods, you're more than welcome to get in the box and come and have your say. And I've said this right from the start. You've always been welcome, just so you know. Sorry, go on, Gemini.
Oh, there's a girl called Hannah in the chat. She has been relentlessly trolling all of us, so she has. There's a video on Kiki's page where this girl likes to make statues of Jimmy Savile and AI images of herself with Jeffrey Epstein, saying that there's no files and stuff. So this woman is a Jimmy Savile and Jeffrey Epstein supporter.
Sorry, what's her name again?
Hannah Wadham. She's made very crazy...
Mods, will you block her out, please? Thank you.
What I would like to say is to Hayley, no one is telling you what you can and can't report on. What they are saying is, when you're reporting on this and the family asks you not to overstep boundaries, please stop. If a family is grieving, you shouldn't be, and a case is open, you shouldn't be throwing out crazy speculations and getting your community to go and bully people on your behalf. I have only ever wanted to have a conversation with you, and you ran with the narrative that I was angry my partner was named, and you never ever give me a chance to even say what it was I was upset about. You just shut me down and closed me off. That's all I really want to say on the whole matter. I just think her behaviour is absolutely disgusting. I think there's a few mods in there that have, there was loads of stuff I wanted to show. Basically, there's been threats of violence to a lot of people in my community. There's threats of violence to people who have left Hayley's community, and it shouldn't be this way. People should be able to just walk away and leave things. Just leave. There's no point in threatening people.
Maybe Charlene can play them. Charlene, could you play them?
Yeah, I'm happy to play.
Just before you play it, Charlene, I'm going to drop now, but I just wanted to just give my closing words. First of all, again, thanks everyone for just making this a safe space and us not getting distracted. And I haven't got anything to say to Hayley Comet, like, you get me, like, you can never chat to me again. That's all I got to say to you. But to any of Hayley Comet's victims, I want to say, like, you know, like, when we talk about domestic abuse, you think about relationships, partner, because it's domestic, it happens at home. What I teach like at schools is around healthy relationships. So any relationship that you are in, whether it is with a partner, whether it is with your family, whether it is with your friends, whether it is your manager, any of those partners have the potential to be abusive. And for those who are struggling with the trauma bond that they may have developed at Hayley, because that's quite something quite common that we do as survivors, there is a book. I used to do a book reading on live. It's called The Betrayal Bond. And if you want something to read so that you can better equip yourself, so that if you're ever faced with this situation again, you know how to, like, kind of cut it off a little bit easier, then that is a good book. But thank you all for listening, and thank you all for the gifts. And I'm sorry it's done. If I see anyone, just last thing actually, this is to anybody else that's listening from Drama Talk. Whoever wants to continue platforming Hayley, it is your choice, yeah? However, when all of this comes crashing down, because when something serious happens, there will be, if somebody is unalived, there will be a serious case review. And I hope that every single one of you can answer as to why you have allowed this woman to get away with this for so long. And that's what I'm going to land my point on. But thank you, everyone.
Well said.
Thank you, Kenzie. I've just green screened one of the threats that Ahmad has received. Do me a favour and stop running around TikTok handing out Hayley's address. This was all proven that this mod never handed out an address. And don't even come back with your utter bullshit about it wasn't you. Because you're the only one, I haven't got my glasses on, sorry, who has it. It's weird enough to give it out because you've absolutely no life, and you can play your game, hun, because your address shows in my Amazon wish list. Now, there's no way an address shows in an Amazon wish list. Addresses were handed out and passed around within the community, so they were, and yeah. Hold on. Sorry, these are the wrong ones. Charlene, there's a video on my page. I can't even see it. On the, yes, it's me, yes, it's me, Tara. Oh, shit. Play the one next to the big green one. The next one, other one, sorry. Can you come off that one? Sorry, to the left-hand side of it. This one. Yeah, that one. This person is a massive troll. This is the one that has gone around threatening people. I'm personally not scared of her, but there's quite a few vulnerable people that have been threatened by her. Can you swipe across to the next picture in that video? No. Yeah. This is the comment that was in the Discord about Jay Slater, and they tried to pass it off as true crime, but as you can see, there's laughing faces underneath it. You slide across to the next one. Sorry about the word in this. This was a comment that was left on my page. Can you all read it?
But it's all right for your little leader, London, and her MONGSs to be racist to Hayley. Everything you say is a contradiction. You're embarrassing yourself.
And then slide across again.
And I stand by it. You know what's sick. You're making shit up. Keep my name out of your mouth, gremlin.
That was after I had said that there was disgusting comments made in the Discord, and I proved that there was disgusting comments made in the Discord, and Alice saying she stand by it. Do you want to slide across again? This is the things that we're saying about me and my children.
So you neglected your kids as if you didn't suffer yourself as a kid and had to uproot multiple times, even to another country. Drugs had you hospitalised, etc., etc. And you blame being stalked and you claim all this terrible trauma. And your solution as a full-grown adult woman, now you're apparently healed, is to go for other individuals and have them hopefully suffer the same, if not worse. Then you want people to be on your side and believe you are a nice person. LOL, make it make sense. Your head is a shambles.
This is just going through my abuse that I went through. I talk openly about the DV that I suffered and the stalking and harassment I suffered. This is one of hundreds of comments that was made. There was pictures of my face taken and plastered all over posts and comments everywhere. There was pictures of After Dark taken, posted everywhere. You know, like I said to you, when you're talking and someone catches a funny picture of you.
I mean, this comments is vile. Your entire identity on TikTok was formed over a dead man you used to have a drug bond with, and dragging his dad. Oh, it's awful. It's vile.
I don't really want to read that one out.
Yeah, it's vile.
Right, do you want to come off that video? See, I'm trying to think. Scroll up. Let me see the top of that. No, the other way, sorry. See, the rest of this is just speculations and stuff that she threw out about Jay Slater. The very first video, this is the voice recording. Above that, that's the voice recording of Becca.
If I wrapped it up, like, so it's about Mong, without filtering, like, honestly. I was filming a live and I literally just showed people around the building and all the like events, and then I walked past Becca and After Dark. They were on the camera on my film, but I didn't notice them there, so I just carried on walking, talking, and then afterwards, like, Mash and everyone messaged me going, "Did you see Becca at Crime Pod?" I was like, "No," and they were like, "They were on your video." I was like, "What?" Like, I was just live and I just didn't notice. And then I was talking to Peter Folding, the expert who helped look for Nicola Bully. I was sat at the table just talking to him, like, just chatting. And I just looked up and Becca and After Dark was there, and Becca went bright red. And then about 25 minutes later, I saw After Dark by herself, and apparently Becca had got sick and gone home early. But I knew CrimeCon wouldn't be for her. Like, she likes causing drama in the Madeleine McCann case. It's the only content that she can put up because she's got no idea about any other case in the world. And I knew she'd find CrimeCon boring. She completed it. I wouldn't have recognised Becca.
See the first video that I played? The one that I played on Mini-Me? Can you play that one again, please? And then go halfway through the video. I think it's that one, the third one across.
This one here?
Above it. Oh no, this is where families asked her to stop and she booted them.
I passed on that gift card, so thank you so much. It just kept flashing, but I don't know what it is. Win 28 matches. Not even going to do one match, but at least 28. Hi, Neil. You okay? So some of this coffee. I want to talk about. I've got a case from Northern Ireland today, quite an older case. I want to talk about the disappearance of Russell Bowling because I think that's a really interesting case. And then I want to talk about another case which I feel like might be linked to his case, which I don't think has ever properly been linked up. What for, D? Is there a reason you need to come up at the beginning of the live? Because we're going to get into some crime cases. I don't know what it's for. Can everyone repost the live, please? You're from Western. I don't really want to get into arguments about it or about me doing a video about it because I know a couple of people are like, this is so disrespectful you're doing a video, but I'm only talking about what's in the news. So obviously people are like, you shouldn't be covering this. Like, I feel like I stuck to the guidelines of what the police said, which is that they don't want speculation. Now, I have an idea that I know exactly who's done this. And I've looked into some things this evening, into some behavioural issues and stuff, but I've not put that in a video because I can't do that before the police do. But I think a lot of things around here have been quite apparent. It's all in the news, Mary, but people always do it. They're like, you shouldn't be covering it. Well, I pretty much word for word said what Metro and every other newspaper are saying because I don't want to go outside of the framework of what we're allowed to say right now. Thank you, Johnny. And I've had people from Western contact me all day to give me like names of siblings and all the different stuff going on. I would never put that up. Thank you, Mr. G. Thank you, Jen. So it's the case of the 9-year-old little girl who's been stabbed to death in Weston-super-Mare on Monday, yesterday, and a teenage boy has been arrested for her murder. So that's the case. I've done 2 videos today, one about what happened and one to update. What I'm going to say, Dee, if you message me first and tell me what you want to talk about, because it's a very sensitive case and because of what I do on the app, if you're going to come up and talk about the family or inside information from Western, I would say not to, because unless I can confirm it, it's very dangerous when the police are asking for us not to speculate. It's absolutely tragic. Her name's called Aria. She looks so small. She's a beautiful younger girl, and it's just so terrifying. She was found dead at her property, and then she's literally a little girl, really little. Right, Dee, I'll let you come in the box, but if I feel like it's anything too much, then I will end it because I just get really paranoid about what's going to be said. Sorry, Hi, right.
I'm right, it's fine. Obviously, I spoke to our auntie today because I'm from Western myself.
Yeah.
It's just obviously her family's just asked. Obviously, I understand what you do because obviously you do true crime, but it is really fucking hard for her family to see her picture all over TikTok and stuff because of how young she is. Obviously, I've just done a TikTok, but it is really, really hurting her family seeing her picture all over TikTok and the speculations about what's going on with her story. Like, no one actually knows. I'm from Western, and we don't actually know the whole story of it.
That's why I've not speculated at all. It's just
of course.
And her pictures all over the national media. It's all over Facebook. It's all over Metro, The Sun, Daily Express, way more than you're going to see on my profile.
It's just hard, and obviously her family's just asked. Like, it's obviously hard for her family to be able to see it all over TikTok, and it's just hard for her. So I've said to her family that if I can put a post on TikTok just to try and keep it away from her family without being. Obviously, I know what you do. You do true crime, and obviously I watch your videos myself. But being from this town and seeing that this has happened is fucking horrific.
I do understand that. Like I said at the end of the video, I'm so sorry to everyone in the community. But there's some newspapers have like over 1 million views on it today. The Metro have had millions. I've had about 2,000. I'm not making a difference.
As well, because they didn't even ask for permission to be able to post that stuff. They've literally just gone and posted it without even asking.
They were given the photo by the family.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. All I know is that obviously.
Right. I'm going to end that there because it's exactly what I said I didn't want to talk about, and it's exactly what's happened. Now the media actually say they were given the picture by a family and her full name, so that's why they've posted it. So you've asked me not to post, but then said you're going to do your own post about it, which is just bizarre to me. I'm always respectful. I always stick to exactly what the police say, which is what I've done today. I've not made a speculation, and I have been told who the killer is, and I haven't posted that for the family's respect and because he's a teenager. But I did say when you came in, that's not what I was going to discuss. I will always cover what's in the media. I would never put her picture up before the media. But the media get millions and millions and millions of views. Her family have also shared some of those posts on Facebook, including some of her aunts, because they are trying to get this. They are saying, this is my niece. So it's ridiculous to ask one girl on TikTok to remove it, but you're going to go do your own bit. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. They asked to not speculate, which is why I've not said, like, I think it's this person, I've heard this today, I've heard that today. I've simply said, hey, have a tea, Queen. I've simply said that she's been named. Now, the only way children are ever put into the media, especially the day after, is when the family give pictures. Now, the Daily Mail today were given 5 family pictures, and they were asked just to blur out the other sibling's face. I didn't share those pictures because those two children aren't the victims. So I have not shared those pictures. I simply shared the victim and her full name. And
can you pause it there, please?
Like, oh, I found this picture first.
Right, so Hayley gets annoyed here because someone who knows the family wants to make their own post. That's someone who's close to the family. Hayley's also saying they need to be grateful, basically, that I haven't posted the other pictures. Hayley went onto their Facebook and grabbed images of the family on holiday with other children in the background and shared it within her community. A comment had told her who they thought the unaliver was, and Hayley ran with that speculation, knowing that the suspected unaliver was a child. Yet again, Hayley needs to respect boundaries here, and she doesn't. She gets spiteful, and she's like, well, they can do it. That's the family. It's their choice, but they want to post it. They want to post pictures of their children. That is up to them. That is not for Hayley Comet to decide.
Can I just say as well, obviously I post true crime content, and yesterday I received a message about one of my videos where I had made a mistake in my video, and the lady was actually the victim's sister, and she reached out to me and she explained the mistake I'd made, and immediately I apologised before I even looked at the video. I deleted the video, and then the victim's sister said she was happy for me to repost it, but to just revise what I'd said. And that's it. You know, we are going to make mistakes, but we have to remember the victim is the focus of the story that we're narrating or trying to get justice from. So if we do make a mistake, or families or friends reach out, it takes seconds to just delete and revise the video.
You don't overstep boundaries. You don't think you have a right to post just because a family does. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have never seen another true crime community constantly have there's so many issues. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, my tablet has died, and I do know Courtney wanted to come up and play. I was going to try and play some of Courtney's stuff. Amanda, would you like to speak on like the threats that you've had? And
you can stick me in a small box now. Thanks.
I can jump off if she wants to come up. If Courtney wants to come up.
Oh, I can drop down.
Well, I've just been told that my address was definitely shared in the mod chat, and I only gave my address personally to one person, and that was Michael, who is still a mod. Obviously, I can't prove anything who gave her my address, but that's the only person who could have done it. And I have a vulnerable person that I live with. I have disabilities. I've got issues. So this makes me feel physically unwell, physically sick. I am absolutely pissed off beyond belief that this has happened. I've had threats to my email address. I've had threats to my Facebook. I've had people saying that they were going to contact my work, but I don't work anymore. It's just unbelievable how these people operate. They're like vampires and they suck all the goodness out of things. I'm really, really, really pissed off. It's really had a big effect on me since August or something. I'm not into drama. I don't do boxes. To come up on a box is a big deal to me. I don't do it. I go into Ginger's boxes because she's my friend and we chat. But I don't go live. It's not my thing. I love watching people. That's it. I just don't know what to say. It's just unreal. I don't understand how adults can behave like this and bully people this way.
Yeah, can I also mention as well, on New Year's Eve, there was quite a few things mentioned too. Actually, first I'll mention the Paige Doherty. Who is that from? The Paige Doherty. Paige Doherty is a young girl who passed away, and the family came forward and asked Hayley to stop. During the live, there's loads of proof of that on Sniffney Williams' page, I think it is. The family begged her to stop, and she said no. And when it comes to children especially, I don't think we should be talking on them without the parents' permission. On New Year's Eve, there was quite a few disgusting comments made, one being that Dave Duran's looks like a peddler. Yeah, I've added Dave in the videos because I know Dave will really, really not like that, you know, because he's got children himself. It's just the disgusting comments that get thrown out there as well. If it'd be different if me and her had this back and forth where I was saying these things as well. I don't. Yes, there's been times where I've got mad and is said certain things, but I try not to go below the belt, do you know what I mean? But there's only so much you can take from a certain person. I know Courtney wants to talk on her experience.
I was just wondering if we can get Fresh Clips up, because I believe Fresh Clips have got the footage.
Fresh Clips stays anonymous, so they do. I don't know if they'll come up. But, well, if anyone wants to check out any of the footage, there is a lot of it on Sniffney Williams. There is a lot of it on Fresh Clips. Fresh Clips posts things, has posted quite a lot of Hayley's contradictions, daily contradictions and threats and name calling. Seth A has got all of the Adriana Young stuff. So she does. There's a lot of people who have worked very hard on this the past couple of years, and it's just, I'm just so glad we've all come together. Like I said, this isn't about bullying Hayley. This isn't about, like, whenever we dare to speak out in Hayley, we get accused of talking on our kids, dragging our character, calling her names. That's not the case. We're asking for the bare minimum here.
I think what I can try and do is get I'll try and get my partner to get my old phone down and see if I can actually show it that way on this phone. My dude, could you bring me my old phone, please? I know he's watching.
Rubber Duck's got a battle at 7:15, hasn't she, Pearl?
No, it's fine. I went into last night. It's fine. But anybody that wants to go...
I said I was going to send her a gift, so I was for running over time last night. If there's anyone else who wants to come up and talk, or anyone else who can remind me of anything. I'm so sorry my tablet died. I've been trying to wiggle that charger all day to get it to work. What would be a resolution moving forward? I honestly don't know. Oh, the yellow bus comment. To be honest with you, Hayley has made a ton of ableist comments. She talked about a girl who was in a wheelchair, calling her a slug, saying she needed her nappies changed. She made fun of the yellow bus. Obviously, the incident with Gray, where she wished him unalive to save her platform. We all know about that.
I have been just sent a voice note from today about, and it's got something to do with disabilities. If you wanted to play that, I just thought I'd say now, but
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I think it's wild how Kiki is so clever and so well worded until she needs to play vulnerable. That's what pisses me off. I could go live and be crying and be like, I've been through domestic abuse, I lost my dad, I've been through mental health since I was 15. I'd never use it for nothing. If I've said it, I've said it. When I've said things in the past that I shouldn't have said, I've owned it, I've said sorry, I've put a video up to say sorry, so everyone can always come back to that video. Like, no one can ever say I said it without an apology because I've got a video up saying it. Like, so you're never going to catch me slipping like that. I'll always admit to what I do, and I'll never use an excuse. And I'm fed up with people like Minnie me crying yesterday. I could hear herself trying to make herself cry, and she kept going back to these medical conditions. I thought, what has that got to do with the price of fish? Like, if you're telling the truth and you're standing on business, why do you keep bringing that up? It's because you constantly have to make people think like you can never come back at her, and it's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, that's that voice note I was sent earlier on. Just to.
No, she obviously watched Kiki in the box yesterday.
Yeah. She said on other voice notes that I was sent as well, which I don't know if I've still got them.
That's what I'm saying. So I know she's watching this live now. Hayley, please come in and take accountability. That's all people are wanting. Take accountability for what you've been like. And I can't say what I really want to say. But
the only reason I addressed my disability yesterday was because of the live she did about me, about outing my daughter. She brought up my disabilities. I'd not once would I brought that up. It was she brought it up saying I'd lied about it. And I've just messaged Amanda and I've said to Amanda, and I will wholeheartedly say on here, I gave Hayley Amanda's address purely because Hayley said there was a police investigation, police officer coming round because Amanda was going to dox Hayley. And I thought at that point, her ex-partner didn't know her address. So I thought them three girls were at risk and it was for a police investigation, not to be doxed around the app. So I didn't do it for them purposes, and I'm hold my hands up. I did, but I did not give Kiki's address. That was given by somebody else. So there you go. I'm being honest, and I've said I have nothing to hide. Nothing.
Thanks for telling me.
Sorry.
See, but that's as easy as it is. A bit of accountability and stuff. I am the most forgiving person in this world. If someone said sorry to me, like I meant it, I'm more than willing to move on with things. I can't speak for everyone else though, because it's not just me and all this. There's quite a few people in here.
Gemini, can I ask you something? Like, for everybody that's been up, is that the end game, the goal that you're wanting for her just to come up and take accountability and hold her hands up to what she's done? Or is
Personally, yeah, for me, that's it. I think that's all you can do.
Yeah, same here, to be honest.
Yeah.
I doubt it's going to happen, but it would be amazing. So it would. I don't know what else to do with it, honestly. It's been a very long road, so it has, and a lot of people hurt along the way. But if Hayley even took even a smidgen of accountability, I think people would be happy, you know?
Yeah.
Thing is, people are saying that, I've just read a comment where they're saying ex-mods are now playing victim. Nobody's playing victim. We just wanted to leave without being tarnished and without names being spoke about on her lives, that we're bad people. We just don't want anything to do with it.
Sorry, Mini-Me. To me, that's so wrong for you to put that in the comments. Sorry, I'm getting violation. Oh, it's you, Gemini. You'll have to come back on another account, me baby. So you know who's doing it, yeah? But for me, that's wrong for people to say that in the comments, because we've heard a little bit of what's gone on behind the scenes. And when you're terrified, because in my opinion, it was like being in an abusive relationship, but not with a partner, if you know what I mean. But she was there through every step of the way, shouting at them if they didn't inform her about something. If they found out something and didn't tell her something, they were there. She was there, like how she was going on with them. So for me, people were scared. And when you're in a position where your family's getting threatened, you're getting threatened, you don't know what's going to happen, you're getting bullied left, right and centre from all of the people that's in that group, that is not a nice place to be in. And if you're not a strong person, basically you're fucked. I'll say it as it is, right? So to me, again, and I'm going to say it time and time again, that is the definition of a bully, in my opinion. That's what it is. So no, don't ever feel bad about yous all coming out. It's time everybody knew about it. And it's for new people that'll come in and maybe step in where yous have stepped out, and then they're going to have to go through it. So yes, good on yous, each and every one of yous, for coming forward, speaking on it, to stop other people, if they're listening to this, if you save one, if you save two people from going into that and then having the life that yous have had for God knows how long, good on yous. Don't ever stop speaking about it. And I will say one more thing and I'll shut up. Anything else ever happens, or you want to refresh and keep coming on and refreshing, my platform is always open to you, always open to you. I'll never ever turn me back on you. It's always there for you.
Thank you so much for that, apparel.
Well, I've managed to find some of the footage now. I know I came on yesterday, Pearl, and I'm not going to show the video where it was all done on your platform, because me and you have sorted that.
Yep.
You know, you've made your apologies.
That's
and I'm
fine.
going to
You
move
can
on.
show what you want. You can show what you want. That's fine. Listen, we all learn by mistakes. And again, I believed every word that she said about that you were scamming this money. So you can play whatever you want. That's fine.
I do appreciate that. In my book, it's moved on from me and you.
People need to see the full context of everything. So don't put anything out with me. I've said I was sorry. I was blindsided. Listen to what Hayley said. So play whatever you want.
Okay.
2 minutes, everybody. Do you want to put her in the big box, please, if she's going to play things? Thank you. Mods, thank you for this. I love yous.
Just turn it up.
Can anyone hear me? Can everyone hear me now? Yeah, I just want to start this as well. This is for any of us now. The wants to send that. If I see any.
Yeah, what's going on?
That's what we want to know, what's going on. Do you mind if I get Hayley in here, because I don't know what's going on?
Yeah, I'll go and get in Hayley's box now.
Thank you, please. Until she's over in mine, will you come over, please?
Yes, I want this clarified, because this is like, I'm not having my girl being dragged through the mud here, let alone what I'm trying to do.
Just to clarify, I don't think that it's your girl's being dragged through them. I think people are just a bit conscious, because obviously they've gone through situations before on the app and they can see similarities. So they want to speak to you to find out what's going on. So I think from the understanding of what we've managed to work out over the past sort of 5-10 minutes is something to do with a GoFundMe that you've got set up, and money's been going into that GoFundMe, and people don't know whether it's under false pretenses or not, so they just want to clarify it. So the money that's being paid into the GoFundMe, what's that being used for?
So basically, what is happening here? No one is being forced to donate, okay? This is literally what people have said that they've wanted to do. This GoFundMe specifically is to help us set up a professional podcast so that I can help other people that are going through grief, mental health, any support that
Has someone offered to donate the setup for you?
Pardon? No, so we were after literally, if there was one of these, they wanted to help. And so what we had done is we had set it up so that those that wanted to help actually could. That is all this is. And what we have also stated is that this podcast, the money that people have kindly donated, we will be showing receipts and proof of what it is going for, because we are very well aware that there have been scammers out there taking people's kindness for granted. We are not doing that. This is literally so that we can help every single person that wants to be helped with their grief, their mental health, any support. This is what it is for. This is not so that we could just take people's money and then drop it. This is actually happening, and I can prove this as well, because I'm currently in conversation with a lady today who's both a TV presenter and a podcaster, and she's going to be helping me learn how to do a podcast. So this is all legit. This is no scam at all. I can honestly promise everybody on this, there will be receipts. I understand people might not agree with this.
So this money, Courtney, you wanted to set a podcast thing up?
Yes.
Right, so is this where the Observer wanted
No, I do
to
remember you saying that.
Yes, so the Observer is also involved in this.
Sorry, is this where the Observer wanted to give you, to donate these things to you?
So some of the stuff that the Observer has offered to give is just some. We need a lot more than that as well.
And did Darren Hardy offer some as well?
Pardon?
Did Darren Hardy, Buzz Hardy's, whatever his username is, did he offer you some as well?
No, he is.
So just to clarify, I can see it in the comments already. We haven't heard anything else from them, guys. Just to make that perfectly clear. And as for the podcast stuff that we've actually got, again, all of that is on my TikTok profile. We've shown receipts as well. So all of that, we've got what we've needed now, and we've shown those receipts as well. And I've also put up the proof that I did speak to a lady who is helping me sort this podcast out, just for clarification. And for someone who's just saying there in the comments that I've blocked the Observer, we were told that she was a part of the malicious stuff. That has since yesterday been sorted, and everything's fine between me and the Observer.
Courtney, have you got the screenshot of the Discord?
I've sent that to you, I believe, sweetheart. I can show that here.
I'll jump over and grab them.
Yeah, it's on my phone at the moment that I'm actually currently showing this on, so I can't actually show it here. But I can actually upload that if need be as well.
To also help me go through and learn how to do a podcast.
Yes, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then just one other thing, which is apparent. Obviously, me personally, I don't know you. I've seen you in the live the other day. I don't know anything about your circumstances. I understand that you've gone through a tragic situation, and I don't mean to question you on this, but the information that I need to know is people are saying that they have reason to believe that your child identified as a different gender or wanted to identify.
Now, this is where it got my back up. All right, I'm going to make it perfectly clear. Okay, this came from Hayley. This came from nobody else other than Hayley, and I've recently found out Alex as well. My child was not transgender. I'm going to make it very, very clear. She was not transgender. 2 weeks before, she had unalived herself. She was exploring her identity. and she decided she was going to name herself Ollie. I respected that, and I've been questioned on it. I've been accused of DEAD-ing, naming my child. That's not the case at all. Legally speaking, it has to be Willow on the funeral stuff, on her urn, all of that. But behind closed doors, I called her Ollie. And to be quite honest, nobody has the rights to question that. And you can see it in the comments on this video as well, the insults, the accusations and things like that. And I've seen some of the Discord chats as well. I was accused of being the reason she unalived herself. This is vile. This is absolutely vile. I don't know why people think that this is okay, but I'm just going to make it clear, guys, that this is the type of person that Hayley is and what she has started. This came from her and Alex, and there was even a conversation between Alex and Hayley about this.
Sorry, wrong one. I'll get it now.
Courtney, sorry, can I just say as well, just so everybody knows in the comments, the part that you heard me asking there was about the GoFundMe, because she made it sound like there was something sinister going on. Never once did I ever question anything about your child, did I, Courtney?
No, you did not mention anything apart, with the gender, about the name, anything like that. You didn't even say that she was transgender or any of that.
Defended it. Dan
That's lies, Nikki. How's it lies?
Yeah, Nikki, you don't know what you're talking about, sweet soap. Just shut up. As you can see in Tara's thing here, Hayley had got either Hayley herself or one of her mods had contacted my ex-husband, and here's the conversation between me and my ex-husband. I had asked him, I just said, hey, I hope you're okay. I've got a random question. Did someone contact you from a creator called Hayley Comet? It would have been one of her mods. He has replied with, I'm okay, thanks, how are you? I did have a message from someone who mentioned that name. Actually, they contacted Katie, which is his partner, to get hold of him, even though his Facebook, he said, is public. I told them I didn't want to talk to anyone about anything to do with you, as it's none of my business. I didn't want wires to get crossed or get involved in something I'm not sure about.
Hayley has done this with quite a few families, contacting neighbours, friends, family, and again, overstepping boundaries. I get everyone wants to put to find out what's going on and stuff like that, but these are real people. These are real people's feelings, you know. I'm going to try and get the Discord ones now, Courtney.
Yeah. So this is the Discord chat of Hayley's as well. I do believe that there is voice notes as well that was said. This is the one, yeah. Yeah, so someone here has just put, hopefully it'll sort itself out and hopefully Ollie will not get lost in this. Ollie was named Ollie in school and social media. Now, that's bullshit. That's actual bullshit.
How do they know that, Courtney?
That's what I want to know.
They've obviously searched it, you know?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because I've never mentioned anything about her being named Ollie in school. Now, what she had done is put Ollie on her school books, because by law, okay, a school cannot sit there and just go and put the child's chosen name down on the register. It has to be their legal name. Okay, they can't just sit there and go, oh, a child wants to be known as Ollie. Oh, we're just going to put it down as the register as that. That's not how it works.
Sorry, 1 minute. I can see Alex in the chat. Nobody, I haven't mentioned your name. Courtney's saying how something over the gender of her child was mentioned, and all I've said is never ever out of my mouth did I ever question anything about Courtney's child. That's what was mentioned.
I know Alex said there's something dodgy about it all, but that's all I've heard Alex say personally. I don't know. I didn't get to watch the full video, so I didn't, because it was in such a rush today. But
I've got some of the videos there between Hayley and Alex, and as far as I'm aware, I'm not even going to sit there and talk to him, because to be quite honest with you, Alex, I can't fucking stand you. I think you're nasty. I think you're vile.
I think, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's up to you if you don't, Courtney, but Hayley spun a lot of lies to a lot of us, you know?
Yeah, the majority of this is because of Hayley. It's absolutely because of Hayley.
Maybe she spun a lot of lies to him as well, because he was her friend, he believed her. A lot of, like I say, a lot of Hayley's friends, were, like they said last night, didn't they, Per, were willing to lie for her because she'd said...
Exactly. You know, and again, I believed everything that she was saying about this GoFundMe, because... On the video, what you're saying, I asked her to come across, and then she was saying something about the money she could have had this free stuff, and why did you want just this much and it went to some other like amount? So that's what we questioned on, or only that and nothing else. That was, and that's why I said play the part, what I've said.
Yeah,
I don't
I will
mind.
continue to do that now.
Yeah.
And what they're conscious of is obviously the situation that's happening now probably wasn't what your child wanted. So your child didn't want to be known as Willow and wanted to be known as Ollie. Is that correct?
Right, I'm going to make it very, very clear. Okay, I'm going to literally put this as blunt as I bloody can, because this is just, it's doing my head in. So for legality reasons, okay, we have to use her legal name, Willow, okay? Other than that, Willow, just before she died, was going through her gender issues, and she wanted to be called Ollie as well. And while she was alive, we did that. We did just that. But legally speaking, when we're doing these lives and things like that, we have to use her actual legal birth name, which was Willow.
But why do you have to do that, sorry?
Why do I have to do that? Because
why do you have to use
Can I just say one thing? When you are putting Ollie, he, etc., Willow, Holly, whoever they wanted to be identified as at that time hadn't begun the journey, so we can't say that she or he wanted to transition.
Yes.
It was right at the very start, so
yes.
I get what you're all saying, but when you're jumping on the same dead name and this, dead name and that, also just be cautious as well that when Willow did sadly die, she was Willow. She'd not begun the first, they'd not begun the first steps.
Yeah, right. And I do want to make it clear, okay? Me and Willow had this conversation on whether she actually wanted to go through with a full body transition, and she did not. And I'm going to make it very clear as well. Nobody has the right to question anything in regards to her gender to me. Okay? She was my child. And if people don't like any of that, don't comment. Don't watch my video.
I think when people are obviously donating funds and are trying to support a cause, then transparency is probably key, isn't it? Rather than and if people find information that obviously isn't as transparent as the information that you're giving, then people have got to ask questions because they want to know what they're giving to, or they want to know what they're supporting. So I think respectfully, respectfully, if there's something which doesn't seem right or seems a bit fishy, people are going to ask. Because they'll want to know what's going on.
Again, just to play, I've still not got a say on this, but just to switch it around, if she was also saying Ollie's Law, and then it comes to light that the child was called Willow, then, and again, I don't know this story, I'm just playing devil's advocate with this, but again, there would be something said if you come forward with Ollie's Law.
But people would ask the question, wouldn't they? Because they just want transparency. So I don't think people are doing it to question you.
They don't need to know every single detail of my daughter's life. People do not have to donate, okay? Nobody does.
And for those who have donated, Courtney, this is what we said. You have got the right to know everything that you want this money for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the podcast, absolutely. The donations people have made, absolutely. It's nothing more than for the podcast. So any questions regarding the podcast, absolutely. You all right. But in regards to Willow,
3,000 up to 10,000.
Yeah, it's right. The reason for that is because so many people had donated, and there was a lot of people stating we need to raise it. And what we've done now is because, of course, such a
I did hear a minute since Courtney saying,
You muted Courtney.
Yeah, I was just going to say you muted Courtney.
I think that whole situation was messy. I think Courtney, can you pause a wee second?
Yeah.
If you look on Fresh Clips' page, there's a recent video of Hayley saying that she's always wanted to do a podcast, and I think this was another thing of pure jealousy. Mm-hmm. Every time if someone pisses Hayley off, she's very transparent. A Welsh person pissed her off, she covered Welsh cases. I pissed her off, she covers cases close to me. And then whenever Courtney pissed her off, she didn't even do anything. She started to cover transgender cases. It's just, seems to be just a very spiteful person to me. That's all I can say on it.
What we've done is we've lowered it because of the amount of problems that this is bloody causing. We've lowered it just to appease people, okay? We don't care about the bloody money.
And just to clarify, after all of this kicked off, we did actually refund a lot of people as well. So we did shut that down. We told people to get their refunds if they didn't trust that. Some people have, absolutely. And then we saw how toxic this actually became and how twisted it became and what Hayley had done. And to be quite honest, I thought, fuck it, I've had enough. I'm still going to sit and do the grieving podcast and the mental health podcast. So we just put it back up. And we've got what we've needed. So the GFM will be shut down now. My computer actually arrived today. So I will be uploading the proof that it has arrived today. I've already uploaded the proof that I've bought it, the costs of all of the stuff that we've got there on my TikTok. We've done what we set out to do in regards to getting that. And then the podcast will be set up. So.
Well done, Courtney. You should be so proud of yourself. While people are in here, see whenever this is finished, can I please, if you want to, ask you to sign Courtney's petition, Willow's Law and Jay's Law. Jay's Law is something I've pushed yours quite a bit, Courtney, but Jay's Law is also one that it tries to get people to stop interfering in open cases online and putting out speculation. Honestly, just go watch the videos of Debbie Slater's statement and please sign the petitions, both of them, please.
Just for clarity, them words came from yourself before while we were cancelling you, so that's what Pearl's referring to. You said before that we put the comments back on, please.
We had one big creator doing this, okay? And what I'm going to state here is that this GFM, it doesn't...
Courtney, sorry for 1 second, because people think I'm purposely ignoring comments. Right, people saying there's Hayley supporters in the airbox. When all the videos and everybody's finished, then everybody can come up in the box, whether you support Hayley or whatever, you can all come up and have your say. But once all of this is done and it's out the way, then people can get in. Sorry, not before. Yeah. Sorry, Courtney, go on.
No, it's fine.
Our main focus. I don't really actually care.
Right, nobody else. Sorry, Courtney, 1 minute. Dan, turn the comments on. That's it.
I don't know who turned them off.
Sorry, what were you saying, Courtney?
All I'm saying is, what matters is getting this petition out there. If anyone's
coming out, I've asked for it to come over.
Yeah, if anyone wants clarification on what the money's for, all right, that's regarding the podcast. But what I'm not going to be doing is sitting here having people question my daughter and her gender stuff and what's being done about that, okay? Because that is not what is important. What is important is getting the petition out there. No one's got the right to question any of this.
Yeah, I don't think you're being questioned. I think people are just asking. So it's not a case of, you're in an interview seat and people are questioning you because they want to know what's going on. It's just that you were on a live and asked for transparency. We were watching the other live to see what was going on. Absolutely. And you came here. And when you came here, you didn't know what was going on, so we basically give you the...
Just for clarification on that, I was actually asked to go there. I saw that in my comments in my own live. I was asked to jump into your box. Pearl, I didn't actually know any of this was going on.
Yeah, you were, because I said... Sorry, I said... Can somebody go... We're speaking about Courtney. Does she want to come across? So it was me who asked.
It's not a case of you being attacked. You've asked what's happened, we've told you what's happened, and unfortunately you don't like that response, which is fine. You're obviously not going to like that response, but no one's attacking you. We're just honest. We're not sitting here and sugarcoating it. So,
comments. That's my problem. Is the comments I'm seeing in this chat right now. People
as it stands, Courtney, you don't need to read them. So just to get everything out there, just try and throw some light on it all. Yeah. So people are mentioning the Twitch thing. So where does that come into play with all of
that? So the Twitch thing, okay, people do podcasting on Twitch as well. They use the Twitch as a platform. That's one of the platforms I've been considering and using as well. Not just that, we've considered using Spotify to get there, as well as TikTok, doing the podcasting on there. And that is literally nothing more than to help people. I don't care about gaming. Don't actually like it at all.
Sorry, Courtney, I just want to make it very, very clear. Courtney never said that podcast, that money was to go to a gaming setup. That was something that Hayley's community had found out that her partner likes gaming and just ran with that.
Yeah, and that was because while I was doing one of my normal streams on TikTok, at the time of doing that, my partner was actually upstairs playing GTA. his gaming is his interest and he loves that and that's what he does. He doesn't game on a PC. He prefers to use consoles and he's got what he's needed. This has never been about gaming. We've had accusations of, oh, it's a gaming room. It's none of that. It's literally a podcast. And again, this will be proved even further once the podcast is set up. There was never any talk of gaming rooms or anything like that. I cannot stand gaming. And my partner will back me up there. I just don't like it.
And I can see in the comments again of people saying, Cat Lady, I've just seen your comment, saying the way she was questioned was vile. It was what Hayley put forward to us. Why? Because Courtney, how much was it at the start? Was it £2,000 or £3,000?
I do believe it was up to, I think it was like £2,000 to £3,000. You're right
like
there,
that. And then it jumped to 10, didn't it? And that's what we said. Why is it gone from either 2 or 3, I can't remember, up to 10? That's what we asked about.
And I will stick by what I've said. We were told to raise that.
Yeah.
And that's it, okay? That's literally it.
So I can help more people. That is literally all I am wanting to do.
Have you put a second GoFundMe up?
Now, this, I will clarify, and this is where Hayley has twisted it. And to be fair, I actually spoke to her about this on her live. So if there's a cam 2 on that, people go look for it, you'll find that proof. What had happened is as soon as Willow had passed away, I was panicking over how to sort out her funeral. At the time, I was unemployed due to all of the stuff she was going through. I had left work because previously in 2023, she had tried to unalive herself via medications, and I left. And I didn't know how the hell I was going to sort out her funeral. Okay, so I had done what many people do, which is set up a GoFundMe. Now, not long after the first GoFundMe was set up, which, by the way, received absolutely nothing, I hadn't even published it. Okay, and the reason I hadn't published it at the time was because I actually didn't have any identification to confirm. Anyway, my ex-husband's mother had offered to pay for the funeral, and she had done. And I had completely forgotten about the first GoFundMe. That literally left my mind. And to be quite honest with you, with anyone who has lost a child or a loved one, you will know where your head has gone. Okay, I also have, what is it? It's the trauma memory. So my memory is now severely affected because of Willow's death. It was a traumatic experience. I found her. I had to take her down. I had to do a lot. And so did my ex-husband. So my head, the first GFM was the last place I was going to go to. It was the last thought on my mind, and I had completely and utterly forgotten about it. When I saw it, I'd come clean, straight up with Hayley. I'd said, look, I've just found this. Nothing was on it at all. And she could even see that. There was nothing on it. I had shut that shit down. And that was it.
Can I just point out, right? Hayley had said about the podcast, you didn't need that much money for a podcast. Hayley has promised her community a podcast since 2022. If it was so cheap, why hasn't she set hers up yet when she's had over 100k in 1 year? Sorry.
Or as I was told, why doesn't she just use her iPhone? Because that's what people kept coming at me about. You know, some people just don't. They want a proper setup. And even Hayley, as much as I cannot stand the woman, even she's got the rights to set up a podcast in any way that she sees fit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my screensaver's come on again.
On me, I knew this was going to crop up. So, on the 9th of October, which was a few days after Willow had taken her own life, I was worrying about the funeral, okay? I didn't have the funds to get that done. So what I had done in the midst of my grief is I had literally set that up, like many people have. However, my ex-mother-in-law had come out and offered to do that. She had covered the funeral costs. That was great. Okay, but what also happened during this is that I had spent the 4 weeks after my daughter's death seeing her. So to be honest with you, removing that account was literally not the first thing on my mind. And then until yesterday, when that was pointed out to me, I've got dissociative amnesia. So I forget a lot of things right now, which is perfectly, it's perfectly reasonable with what I've actually gone through. And what
Can I ask you the question, please, Courtney? So how much was in the first GoFundMe?
The first one was nothing. Absolutely sweet bottle. Nothing.
because I didn't set that up completely. I needed to put in my bank details and everything else, and in
That
regards
link's still available to that first one.
yeah, so the first one that's set's no longer there. It's just gone. All right, I didn't even put in my bank details. I also had to put in my ID, which I haven't got. Okay, so that's gone. That is literally gone. It's not there. It's been made aware to me. I've literally been shown that, and I have remembered where that is from. My partner helped me with that.
Can I be honest?
Has Hayley been blocked from me yet?
I don't. Oh, well, I'm not a mod. Courtney, can I be honest?
Have you blocked her, Courtney?
No, I haven't blocked her at all, no.
These Hayley's blocked and
what I'm more concerned about is what is being said and made. It feels like things are being twisted to look as if I'm scamming people. I can reassure everybody this is not the case. Anything at all that people need in regards to the transparency of this podcast, you will have it. You will
see her.
Seats and everything else.
yeah, I think they're saying Courtney's blocked her.
I haven't blocked her. She is literally
He's saying your mod's blocked her.
My mods shouldn't have blocked her. So if my mods have blocked her, I will be having a word with them because they should have asked me.
I think just me being honest, and I might sound like a cunt, I'm sorry if I do, but I'm just going to be honest. But
I'll be just blunt back.
No, of course. So I think the petition, I understand, obviously I'd support any petition where someone wants to try and change something, not a problem at all.
Yes.
Go from me so you could set up a podcast. That's the bit that I don't understand, because with a podcast you can set it up with just your phone and you can speak to your phone and you can build your platform. And then once you've built your platform, it progressively grows from there. So I think if you've got the foundation of the podcast that you want to do, that you should just be able to do it without having to do the GoFundMe today.
Ben, do you have anything to say on this?
I was just waiting. Apologies for speaking. Thank you, Pearl, for letting me in. I'm a good friend of Vidal, so it's not that I've just been from away. I would just like to say, please remember that Courtney has lost a child.
We're aware of that anyway, so people are just asking questions.
The thing is, I'm willing to answer anything in regards to this podcast. Not everybody can agree, and that's absolutely fine. I respect, honestly, all of people's opinions, okay? But in regards to setting this podcast up, this is so I can help people.
You can finish in a minute. 1 minute, me, Gabby. Cool.
I can literally understand some people's difficulties and understanding what is going on with this podcast, okay? This isn't about gaming rooms. This is not about making money, okay? This is trying to get it set up, okay? That's all it is, because I cannot do that on my own. And people do not have to donate, okay? This is all so I can help other people. And once we've got that set up, people can have the receipts, and the GoFundMe will be shut down completely once we've got the equipment that we need. And that's all this is.
Well, how much is it going to cost to set this gaming room up?
So for the estimations that it's not even a gaming room, okay? This is not anything to do with rooms. This is to do with the equipment that is needed.
Equipment then, yes.
Yes, that's all it is, equipment. All right? And from what we've gathered, it can cost anything between 3 to 3.5K. That is the estimations that I have made on my chat GPT as well. It might not even come to that. And any
high as it needed 10,000 for?
Because that's just what you need with some of the equipment. That depends on the equipment that you have, and it's mainly for the PC that I can use in order to run this platform. However, what I will state is that any other money that is left over from this, I'm not keeping that, and I will prove that this will come towards charities, and that is that.
But just to clarify, and I mean, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then because I don't want you to feel like you're being attacked, I'm just literally asking questions. But just
for the record, I did feel attacked. I don't know why he keeps saying that, but I genuinely did feel attacked. Fair enough, the stuff with the GFM, like I just said in that video as well, I accept any questions about that and I have answered them. But what got my back up was just the questions regarding, 1, the funeral, 2, my daughter's gender. That's what bugged me, and obviously since we had refunded people and then, I've reopened everything, we've kept it to the lower amount, a very lower amount. So, people can check that. End of.
Clarify, could you not just do it for free?
I could on a phone, yes, but I don't want to do this on a phone. This is a professional platform and I want to be able to do this professionally. And I know people might not be able to understand that, and that's absolutely fine.
People would think more of you, Courtney, sorry. If you started off on a phone where it was free and build your platform up and you'd be getting...
No, excuse me, hi. How many unis did I send you the other night? When you were in tears? I don't know if you remember.
How many unis did she send you?
How many unis did I send you the other night?
Yes,
You
sent a
Hang on. A different story.
Right, so any gifts that were actually sent to me was sent.
No, don't.
You haven't finished what you said.
You've had that. You have had that.
Yes, and all.
And I think she may have forgotten that whenever anyone gifts through TikTok take a large percentage. Okay, now when this video came up and, I was being questioned, I was relatively new to TikTok. I was relatively new to gifts, how they work, etc. By the end of all of this, I don't know what them unis are worth, okay? I can't even remember how many she
about
had sent.
£450 each uni is.
Well, thank you for clarifying. I'm not sure how many she sent, okay? The night that all of that happened, I was incredibly overwhelmed. Again, there are videos on this. I broke down. I was just overwhelmed. Anyway, TikTok took a large proportion, okay? And I was left with 400. So I don't know where she got the idea that I was left with more than that from, but TikTok took a massive percentage. I've never asked for gifts on my platform. I never asked for gifts that night. Anyone that had gifted that night, including Michelle, I'm extremely thankful for. Much respect, because I don't know her. I don't know any of you really, but every single person that had gifted, I was incredibly thankful.
But on them unis though, Courtney, to Michelle's defence here, is I'm sure, because it's about $450, you usually get about £200 to £210, something like that it is. And did she say she sent you 6 that night?
I have no idea how many she had actually sent.
So you'll have definitely... I'm not going into it, but is it £160? But you give you 6, so even still, 6 to 36, 3. So you should have had at least £1,000 that night.
I should have.
Just off the unis.
Yes, I agree. I should have.
TikTok took their money. You still should have had about £1,000.
Well, I can honestly, hand on heart, promise everybody here that I had literally checked.
So I do understand where Michelle was coming from there, because you were saying you only got like a few hundred, but you definitely 1,000,000% should have hit the £1,000 mark for as many unis as she'd sent you. And that's not just with the unis, without everything else. So I'm just trying to show everybody both sides of it. This is where all of it come into, because you were saying off that night you only ended up with a couple £100, and even just off Michelle's unis, it should have been the £1,000 that was without everything else that was going in.
Well, I can honestly sit and say, and I remember showing someone as well how much I was left.
Sorry.
Maybe we shouldn't get back into all of this.
No, I'm not getting into that. I'm just trying to say where the confusion was coming. And that was just off the unis. This is what we were asking. That was just off the unis. But then whatever gifts were sent on top, this is why Michelle went the way she did that night. And we did question things. So, and I've already said, I hold my hand up. Yes, we did. But it was never nothing to do with the child. It was over this money that... Courtney knows where we were coming from.
Yeah. I think the main focus is that Hayley started this whole rumor that this thing was dodgy, and it led to all of this emotion, and it led to Courtney feeling how she felt, and then Michelle feeling how she felt, and everyone's valid in their feelings. So
exactly.
Well, someone's just said it in the comments there that Angie's mom put she was in a box though, so she gets less. I'm not sure how any of that works, but the main fact is none of that even matters. I'm thankful for Michelle doing what she did, the gifting, absolutely, much respect to the woman. She didn't have to do that. But the main thing is here, it's the bullshit that Hayley's caused. So to be honest, we'll just move past all of that and go to what the point is.
In some questions today, they put it back down to 4K. So it's just jumping around, but with no reason of why that's being done. Then yesterday we were told all day long that there's someone had made troll accounts of Willow, and also had made a troll GoFundMe to make money. Now today, so today after all the pressure, the mum's admitted actually she made.
Hello.
Hey, my Torian.
That's a good.
Hi guys. All right. Sorry, I know I've just come back, but I just want to just ask a question. Is that okay?
Yep.
And no one come at me, okay? I'm just so cool. Obviously, Hayley was the person that helped with this, like get the story out there, right? So my thing is this year, she came on the app, whatever, and you're saying that she kind of made everyone not want to sign up or whatever it is, yeah? But
me?
my thing is, no, not you. I'm saying in general. Sorry, I'm just saying in general, yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: like, if Hayley's come on the app and said, because I'll be real, it wasn't just Hayley that had their opinions. A lot of people had their opinions. Do you get what I'm saying? I just feel like you can't, like, yeah, we can blame Hayley, whatever, but I just feel like people didn't need to listen. People could have gone and done their own research, maybe spoke to you, Courtney, or
But that's the point, nobody did.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we can't. No, I understand that, but at the same time, we can't really put that all on Hayley. Hayley, yeah, she's come up with the information, but it's up to us for now to either listen to Hayley or do our due diligence. And if it's something, because everyone says that sorry to bring it up, but children's deaths and that is a big place for them. Like, children's a big place. So my thing is this: if she did do that, people that really cared about your cause or whatever should have reached out to you, done their due diligence instead of running away with whatever Hayley has said, because now it's just easier to blame Hayley.
Oh, so I don't just blame Hayley. I don't just blame Hayley. I blame a lot of people.
We're not just blaming Hayley for this. We're just pointing out things that Hayley has done. I don't solely blame Hayley for this, so I don't.
Sorry, and why this bit come up here for was because Hayley said to us that there was things that was going to be donated, so this podcast could have been set up. So then you didn't want. Wasn't there somebody? If I'm right on this, Courtney, somebody wanted to donate a setup to you.
They did, yes. And guess what? I reached out and I never heard anything.
Yeah, then that's where it was the Observer, that's right. Then the phone come into it, and then it was only Hayley said, why has it gone from either 2,000 or 3,000 up to 10,000? That's why, like, people were wanting to know about that side. It was nothing else. It was just, she could have had it all free from the Observer. Then it was the 2,000.
Yeah.
That's why that bit was questioned.
So sorry, I'm going to drop. I know everyone's chatting shit in the comments, but why didn't Observer fulfill whatever, like the...
I don't know.
I'm not sure, and I'm not going to sit and have a witch hunt with the Observer if I'm honest with you.
I thought that's what you'd always mention. No, anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I just feel like a lot of people are pussies, innit? So, and I don't really talk to Hayley, like, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are pussies, so they're not going to come up and be like, oh, but I think that as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I will.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute. Big up, thank you, pal. I'm gonna drop. I'm listening.
You're welcome.
In, though.
Nice to see you back, my Torian.
You too, my darling. All right, I speak. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, I had my opinions on the whole situation. I still have the same opinions. I still think it was a cash grab. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'll be proving you wrong then, won't I, Alex?
Well, you know, because you want me to point how I come to my conclusion. Because
as long as you keep my kid out of it this time, no worries.
I'm not going to mention it. Right? We all know, right? That, and I'll tell you the facts. You was live, yeah.
Yeah.
Your gifting got suspended.
Oh, I wonder why that was.
No. Listen, we all know, right? Because if you want signatures, you had 2,000 people in your live. Your gifting got suspended, and everyone knows, if you restart your live, you lose viewers. We all know this. If you restart your live, you lose your viewership, and you restarted your live because your gifting was off, right? That's the first thing that didn't ring right. And then you said about the £400, right? Michelle sent you 4 unis, Courtney sent you an Interstellar, I sent you 5k, and there was at least another. And when the tick lead got checked, there was 900 and something pound on the tick lead.
Well, then I'd like to know where the hell that went, because it wasn't in my balance. And I've shown people that as well. So in all fairness, you can stick that one right up your ass.
As long as she's doing the podcast.
I'm doing the podcast, Alex. End of. And I'll be proving you wrong.
Can I just say, if she's doing the podcast, is there something wrong with getting money on TikTok as well?
And can everyone stop going on about me blocking the Observer? I was told that she was a part of it. I've since spoken to the Observer. Everything's fine. She's unblocked. We're going off topic here anyway. This is proving how Hayley has twisted this narrative. And I'm going to be sticking to that. I've already shown the receipts of the equipment that we bought for the podcast, and we're going to be setting up that podcast very shortly.
Courtney is pregnant as well, by the way, so can we please not go with her?
try not to stress me out too
Oh,
much,
okay,
but
I
you know.
apologise if you're pregnant, but obviously I'm just going to also have my opinion.
Yeah, you can have your opinion, Alex, absolutely. And I just want to clarify one thing as well. I'd seen that you had mentioned about me and my partner, we haven't been together that long. We've been together quite a while. You've seen the date of us getting together, publicly on my Facebook. And that was when we decided to make that public.
Honestly, listen, people are going to make observations on here and you're not going to like it. Please try not to focus on what other people say, because people chat shit wherever you go, you know what I mean? You know the truth. I do. We all see it. You've got so much love and support in here, so you do. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay? Is there anything else you want to play, Courtney?
I was in the middle of playing this
go on, Courtney,
video.
carry on. Go on. Sorry.
You're all right.
For me, that we were all told about yesterday. And also, Ben, after we did that live that you were part of, 24 hours after that, the mum all of a sudden says to me, Willow was actually Ollie. She was transgender. She was...
Bullshit. I never, not once, said that Willow was transgender. I said 2 weeks before she had unalived herself, she wanted to be called Ollie. That is what was said. She has completely twisted that bullshit.
She was, he was struggling with identity and also the fact that he was gay. And then I'm like, why have we been naming a child this whole time when it was really important that Ollie was called Ollie, and his social media, her TikTok, Facebook, everything is in the name Ollie. At school was Ollie. All of those things. And for me personally, though the mum may be okay with it, I've covered cases like Brianna Jai and a lot of people in the trans community, and I simply won't dead name because I would never let my children. So I'm just trying to hold myself to the account that I think is acceptable. And a lot of my ones and Alex's ones today, when we tried to sort this out so that it didn't have to be really public, have just gone in and started asking some questions so we can kind of sort out what's going on. And they've all been blocked from the platform. So they're not.
She never even messaged me to ask me about anything like this at all. As far as I was aware, everything was absolutely fine. I went back doing to my own lives and stuff like that. And the next thing I know, I'm being called into your box, Pearl.
Yeah, like I say, Courtney's ex-partner was contacted. The child's socials were searched. Pictures of the child was shared in Alex's Discord. People have apologised since then, I believe. But this, honestly, it just goes to show how people can get swept up in the hype of things on TikTok, just trying to get the truth of something out there. But like I said, we need to remember these are real people who have lost children.
Exactly. And this was the part what everybody was missing. And I don't get what the difference was if, and please don't take this the wrong way, Mike Courtney. I don't get what business it was, if anybody's, if your child was, whichever way your child was, if he wanted to be called one thing or another thing or whatever a sexuality he was. I don't get what business that was of anybody's.
See, me and Hayley literally were talking about children and their experiences in school. My child, she was talking to me about her child. And, I just told her Willow's experiences and what Willow was going through and how a lot of the stuff that she had gone through were adding to her mental health. Right. And that, 2 weeks before she had unalived herself, she was exploring her identity, not her gender, her identity. And she wanted to just go by Ollie. She'd been by different names. And this is what Hayley is also failing to mention. And in fact, there is someone else who can confirm that. I'll find out his details, but, we had a conversation.
Really, though, that's nothing to do with anybody. That's your business.
Exactly.
You don't have to confirm anything. So,
but, she called herself different names over the time. Eva was one of them. Yeah. And that was because she was interested in Ukraine and loved the names in there. And that's what she went with. And, Hayley failed to mention this. I don't know why she's ran with the narrative of what we're seeing in this video, but, it's quite personally, it's just no one else's business on how she's twisted this. I'll share what I feel comfortable sharing in regards to my child and everything else, but sitting there claiming she's transgender and not naming her correctly, it's no one else's business.
Well, at the end, I was just going to say, at the end of the day, whatever your child was or wasn't, that is nobody else's business. Nobody's far from yours. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Pearl. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Are you?
I'm fantastic. Hi.
Michelle.
Hi. Right, I'm not talking to Hayley. Like obviously we fell out. She held a whole hate live against me. Right, it is what it is. But in the grand scheme of things, I know that when people fall out, that doesn't mean that everything they've ever done is wrong. And like this woman, I'll still stand my ground with. I didn't realise I was contributing towards a gaming room for a boyfriend.
But you're not, and that will be proving that, Michelle.
That is what it is. Like,
No.
let's face it, you've came on and you admitted that's what you're doing.
No, I did not. I did not say anything about a gaming room at all.
To shut the fuck up when I started talking about it. So, in that sense of things, that maybe keep that away from the Hayley thing, because it wasn't just Hayley's community, it was everybody's community that came in to help.
Yeah, and like I said, I appreciate all the help that has been given.
As much as everybody has got the right to say everything, and some things I agree, and I'm shocked at some of the things Hayley's done, but and she can't stand me right now, so I'm not here to fucking defend her. Like, she's a petty cunt, but I'm sorry, I'm still standing in the ground of what I said about you is right as well.
Well, you can stick with your opinion. That's your opinion.
You're just here fucking trying to get in the bandwagon again to get me her gifts, and I don't agree with that.
I don't want your gifts. I don't want anything from you.
And you're going to fuck off of me, but I'm going to make sure that nobody else gives you anything.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it? It's quite honestly, I couldn't give a shit what you think.
Everybody else needs to know that as well.
Well, I don't care.
Your man's attitude was absolutely vile, so folk need to remember that as well.
Listen, I'm going to defend what I'm going to defend. You're going to believe what you're going to believe, and we're just leaving it at that, all right?
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, and I will.
Things happen in people's lives, but the way you and your man spoke to people was fucking disgusting.
Right, yeah, because you've never had people sitting there accusing you of unaliving your child, right?
I have had people accusing me of lots of things.
Well, then you'll know exactly what it's like, won't you, to be accused of things that you haven't done. But when it comes to being accused of unaliving your kid, unless you've been accused of that, you've got nothing. Nothing.
No, don't go there. Absolutely nothing.
I don't want to turn this into an argument.
No, neither do I, to be quite honest with you.
But the thing is, don't do this. Like, I think we have all come to realise things about Hayley's community and that.
I agree.
And it's disgusting. And if this is the things that's happening, then maybe people should take a look at what they're giving money to in this app.
No, what you're saying about Hayley is...
I don't give a fuck if somebody's pregnant or somebody's fucking ill or this, that, or the next thing. That doesn't... I'm sorry, as soon as you get fucking cancer, all of a sudden you're not a cunt. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt. It doesn't matter what illness you've got, you're still a cunt. So don't start that.
With everybody else, this awareness is about what Hayley's done behind the scenes, how she's threatened vulnerable people. She's gone. So that's what this is about. Carry on, Courtney. And again, the money thing was just, it was about this, whatever it was, what was getting done. That's what was questioned on that night. Nothing was questioned from me about the child. And personally, I don't think I still stand by it. I don't think it's anybody's business which way your child was or wasn't.
Exactly.
That's my opinion on it.
Don't worry, Jem. Honestly, don't worry about it, sweet. I've been through worse.
So for asking questions.
And another thing is as well, Hayley knows this. Hayley knows what my thought process is and that, like I spoke to her.
Yeah.
But like I said, from what I've been sent, I've worked it all out from what I believe anyway. It's not a fact, it's what I believe. And I've pieced it from bit to bit to bit. And I've come to my own conclusion. But I'm never going to bring it to the app. And do you know the reason why? Is because then the app becomes a circus. The mum's going to get the mum's going to get ripped to shreds. And I'm not having that on my conscience, unfortunately, because she still lost her child, regardless if she's earning money or this is the money. For me, that's not what this is about. It's just about me and Hayley just saying, you know, we don't want to be involved. We find being disrespectful that we're dead naming a child. You know, a poor little boy that's no longer here. So we want no involvement. There is red flags about it, and it does feel like a money grab. It feels like a cash grab. You don't want any part of it, you know what I mean? But I personally do believe that I know the reason behind the whole lot of it now. I think from myself, from what I've read, and from just the body language and how they've been acting, and just there's loads of, trust me now, there's loads, and what I've been sent as well confirms what I thought anyway. So it is what it is.
There's absolutely loads.
Yeah, that's why I had seen that there was a GoFundMe, but I've not been mentioning it. See, when I've been, and that's just because I've been bitten in the past with things like that. So I've just been speaking about like the petition.
It was just we were like there today, and she was saying like my phone's broken now. I've lost my bank card. I've got a PayPal, and then the young guy Tommy, the way he's just acted in Pearl's life just confirms everything I said, because it'd be very easy to get up very calmly and say, "Oh, hang on, no, this has been a mistake," and let me explain.
Right, just for clarification, because I've also seen.
Sorry,
Tommy is my partner.
All right, right. Sorry, go on.
You know, basically what had happened is that he had gone to work. And he had seen that night and how everything was going. And he ended up having to come back from work because he was absolutely both fuming with what was being said. And he was absolutely worried about how I was reacting in my mental state at the time. I'm sorry, he's got the exact rights to act that way, you know.
I can vouch for people and say, whenever you're grieving, I'm sure many people sadly have grieved before. Whenever you're grieving, it does make you act completely out of character. So it does. I'd never. Sorry, Scottish Paul.
Sorry, can I just say something here? I think we're getting two things mixed up here, right? The fact that Hayley is pushing out the fact that Willow was a boy. Willow was a girl. Nobody knows Willow more than her own mother. Now we're getting the two things mixed up here. The GoFundMe is one argument. The second argument, and the very first and foremost argument, is the fact that Hayley is pushing out the fact that that child was transgender. The mum has already said she was not transgender.
And that's wrong.
She was experimenting with her own life. She was finding her way in life. She didn't know who she was. She's been known as Eva. She's been known as Willow. She's been known as Ollie. Nobody knows Willow as much as Courtney does. Whereas the GoFundMe, if you want to have a fucking argument about a GoFundMe, take it up with Courtney in private. This is no the place. Yeah. This is no the place to be digging at Courtney about her GoFundMe, etc., etc. That is so unfair.
No, nobody's digging at her ear, Paula. I've mentioned it because when she came onto me live, that's what we were asking about. But what I said was, I did mention about that because Hayley had said she could have had this free stuff and this, that and the other. That's what we asked about. But never once did I ask about Courtney's child. Courtney's child.
None of this is about the GFM anyway.
This is what happens, Peril, right? See, Hayley came to the live and said, "Oh, Willow was known as Ollie. Willow was a boy. Willow was this," and
that was wrong.
No, I know. Wrong. She pushes out her own narrative, but then at the back of that, she'll say about the GoFundMe, "Oh, we've done this and we've done that, and I'm drawn back now." And she gets everybody's mind all twisted with the fucking narrative that she pushes out, and then she combines the two of them, and then Courtney's getting shit for that, forgetting the fact that it's Hayley that's pushing out the sexuality. It's Hayley that's pushing out the fact that the child didn't know who she was. It is Hayley's narcissistic ways of bringing the two things together to get shit for Courtney, and that is so unfair. Sorry, Courtney. Carry on.
No, it's fine. Red Mist,
are you okay, Courtney?
I'm fine. I think some of the comments need to be controlled, if I'm quite honest with you, because they're bloody rude.
Courtney, just don't look at the comments, because in here, everybody's entitled to the opinion. Stop with your horrible comments, please. But I don't like to shut anybody down, because I think everybody's entitled to the opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do agree with that, absolutely.
Yeah.
What happened to GoFundMe. So the reason we've upped it is because we're getting this equipment, and this equipment, which adds up to this, and this podcast, and you would just explain it, like, because GoFundMe legally you have to do that to have a GoFundMe. Instead, he's called us all pieces of shit. He's called us all fucking scumbags. He's called us all scruffs. Hang on a minute, we weren't all scruffs when you were taking our money or we were helping you. Absolutely, I could come live now and say, look, I'm doing this massive fundraiser. I need £100,000. and then you guys go, what's it for? And I'll go, none of your fucking business. Just put it in. I would have to give you a breakdown of where it was going to. And there's been a lot of kind of mixed comments when we've asked questions. And I said yesterday, like, did you accept the transition? She said, absolutely. I got all the I got all the things we needed at home. It was Ollie at school. It was Ollie. And we were really sad that people wouldn't accept Ollie. But then we've been running a massive social media campaign. We've been deadening her.
Yeah.
This is my whole point. This is exactly where she combines the two. This is what she does. I've studied psychology. This is what Hayley does. She combines the two. She twists people's minds. She's already spoken about the child being male, female, whatever. And now she's combining the GoFundMe to twist everybody's mind against Courtney. I hope you can all see what I can see. Sorry, carry on, Courtney.
Yeah. And almost bullying her in death after what they did to her in life. And that's really how deep I feel about it. Like, I feel absolutely fucking terrible.
Yeah, the bits I heard, she did Courtney, and I say she, I'm referring to Courtney. She mentioned it last night. I just heard her say that she was having thoughts about her gender. And please forgive me if I say anything wrong. Because I wholeheartedly believe if you decide that that's who you're going to be, then I will call you and respect pronouns and everything. I'm all for that. But the bits like, not that I was led to believe as if she was leading me up a garden path, but what I took from it before speaking to you and finding out about his social medias, was I thought it was still something that was up in the air. I didn't realise at school he was Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting messages.
Social media to friends. And when obviously I found Ollie's account on here, after we were told, of safeguard and stuff, Ollie was actually going live on TikTok at 14 for 2 hours, 2 hours in the evening. She's posted the live screenshots of gifts and a lot of the posts are so concerning and stuff. So
right, I'd like to know where she got that information from, because I have never, not once, given anyone any information on my child's accounts. She doesn't even have her names on these accounts at all. So I'd like to know how she's managed to get that kind of information from, because I've never shared it with anybody and I never will. That in itself is concerning.
even then the focus should have been on what we can do in the future to really look at to prevent this happening, not so much even the bullying at school, but the online safety, which was completely missed. There's even me posting.
I feel, you know me, Hayley. I'm struggling to not open my mouth, mate. You know with me, I'm one of them people I like to get.
They're over there screaming and shouting and saying the worst about us.
I'm just not going there because out of respect. I just don't want a circus. For me, regarding this whole situation, was that Ben? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just seeing people coming in that's been helped us get it out. I'm not. See, when I seen it, there was a GoFundMe. My heart sank. Do you know, because of everything. Obviously, we've all been through things, and I was hoping against hope that there was nothing bad going to come out. Do you know what I mean? And
for me, you can't tell me that you respected the transition. Is when do you know, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. You know, because I know it's going to create a circus, and I can't do it. And I really can't. I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I'm fucking struggling, but it is what it is.
What I'll say, Alex, is maybe what you're thinking a bit like. Perhaps if Courtney had come out initially and been upfront about it, because now she's saying that went with Willow's law because, she hadn't, he hadn't changed his name or anything legally. She could have been Courtney had been upfront and said, this is...
Courtney, sorry. This here, is this all about Hayley, like outing your child as a boy?
Basically, yeah, just twisting the narrative, making
Right.
out that I didn't respect any of it, and then people jumping in with their assumptions that I should have been more transparent. I said what I needed to say and what I felt should have been said.
Right. So I'm not being awful because I think it's very disrespectful. Keep listening to what's being said here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we should move on from this.
Well, I
We've
am
all
going to be
got the
moving on
gist.
anyway
No,
because it's practically
we've got
done.
the gist of how she pushed like a wrong thing out there by saying what she was saying. It's just it's like, I think this is awful myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've got basically a bullet point of everything that's going on. So I was thinking of just closing with that and then directing people. Can you big box? Oh, I can't read that. So, blamed the Nicola Bully's family of unaliving her. Jay Slater blamed the family. James Bulger went against the family's wishes by posting AI images on his birthday. Paige Doherty went against the family's wishes and said no to taking the post down. Adriana Young, she blamed the family, the grandmother. Mods were scared to speak out, getting threats, only hearing her story because they were berated if they go on anyone else's live to watch. Lies about ex-mods doxing her lies about unalived dad's accounts no one's ever seen. Apparently one person's seen that. Money's raised. 2 seconds to get the next one. The Highlander fraud. She directed people. Do you remember Highlander, Pearl?
Yeah.
She directed people to Highlander without fact checking. Adriana money raised for Amicia and Sir Brian's kids. They asked for that back 2 days before she started raising for the second autopsy, which they already had the money for. No receipts shown for what went paid into her own bank account or PayPal, only what she sent. Numerous amounts sent for her to move home fleeing DV, which while her so-called abuser moved into her apparent safe house the day she moved. Numerous amounts sent to her bank and PayPal, as well as gifts and subscriptions, and only last week claiming she went on 2 interviews on a Sunday when... I can't read the bottom of that. We'll move on to that next one anyway.
Excuse me.
I actually had a video for this. The Southport, she said she donated £1,000. She actually donated £250, so all that money was raised and only £250 was donated. And that video is actually on my page. Constantly claims she sends and donates large amounts herself to various places and causes and never has any proof. All her mods are vulnerable and either have physical or mental disability. I can't say all, obviously, quite a few. Has gone for many people over their disability or mental health. Becca calling her an MONG. Adele told her to come to my door. It will take you a week to will yourself to my door. And I'll build you... I can't even read that, but sorry. She called her a slug and mentioned her a bit about being in nappies, and Adele is disabled. The racism, talking about the yellow bus, the SYM comment. Her daughter tried to laugh it off and cover up. Whenever she said she didn't like black people. Spoke in London's, threatened acid in her face, and then goes for her child. We've watched that video. Threatened to burn down hotel in Guyana if rebuilt and dig up child's body and place it back in the pool. Constantly berated grieving family to come onto their live. She basically berated Adriana Young's family to come live and make TikTok videos to sort out a TikTok beef. Her own child in hospital. What?
Don't worry, everybody. You can jump up in the box the minute Ginger's finished. You can jump up in the box. Whoever wants to come in, mods. Sorry, Gemini. Once they're up and somebody's had to say, just keep changing them around. Everybody's entitled, whether they're for Hayley or against. They're all entitled.
Okay, all this, I don't know what this topic's about. Gray, all the stuff she said to Gray, wishing him unalived, and she wasn't even sorry for that. She was only telling him because she was scared that someone else was going to tell him what she said. Blocking anyone who goes against her. The Scottish Paula, which I'm sure Paula will talk about.
You're on mute, Gemini.
Thank you, I was reading out there. Claims to stand for knife crime but threatens to STAB someone in the head. Inappropriate actual talks about areas of her body and many others. There's much, much more, but if this isn't enough to open people's eyes, there's no helping them. She's a narcissist. She is incapable of feeling. She is deplorable for those who have seen through her, and she's a typical narc in that she projects her own behaviour onto others. And that's all I'm saying now. Paula would like to talk, if that's okay, Pearl.
Yeah, that's fine. Mods, will you put the boxes back to the normal size, please? Thank you.
There, Paula.
Sorry, right, with Hayley, this has been going on with Hayley for about 1.5 years, nearly 2 years with Hayley with me. It all started with the Jay Slater case where I opened my eyes to Hayley because she was going against every true crime creator that was raising awareness. Jay was missing, etc., etc. Now, she came out and said that I had doxed her, and this went on for months and months and months. So anyway, I got a message sent from Miss Baguette saying that I hadn't doxed her. She recorded the live that night and I definitely did not dox her. Now this did come out months later. Gemini has got the screenshot of that. So anyway, that was fine. I got videos put all over TikTok saying that I was a nonce. I doxed her children, which was a lot of shite. So anyway, at the same time, Hayley says that she didn't understand why I doxed her, which I didn't, because she had supported me through what my daughter had went through. Now, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs because it's too graphic of what my child went through, right? But my child's abuser ended up with 10 years and 2 months inside prison, right? Now, this happened in 2022, and Hayley, I never met Hayley till 2023. She was adamant that she helped me through everything with my daughter. And as I say, I had never met Hayley previous to this. I'm going to read your comments. Yeah, I did introduce Highlander. Highlander came into my box one night, and I've got proof of this, after I was talking about something else. And I says, I'm not the sort of person I don't cover true crime. I says, the best person that you could speak to in true crime, you could speak to Hayley. So we'll just shut that down there and then. That's as far as it went with me and Highlander. I was never part of PLM. That's been accused of me being part of PLM because that was Hayley that put that out as well. If you want to show me that I was in PLM, please put the screenshots up, put the recordings up of me being in PLM, because I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. Hayley Comet pushed out this narrative. Hayley Comet also wants to know where I live. Hayley Comet also knows that I'm kinship carer to my granddaughter, and she was going to get the social work involved to try and get my granddaughter taken off me. Hayley Comet also wants to know which prisons I worked in, what HMP I worked in. She's got somebody right now searching every prison to see what prison I worked in. I've worked in 2 prisons. If you want to find out where I worked, you come and chat the door. You come and ask me where I used to work. Yous know where I stay. Yous have narrowed it down to West Lothian. You find me in West Lothian, but you chat the door and you ask me where I used to work. But I'll tell you something. If you want to chat my door and have a cup of tea, be prepared, because I am not a shite bag. I'm sick and tired of getting threats of getting stabbed. I'm sick and tired of...
Careful what you say, please, Paula.
Sorry, STABD. I'm sick and tired of getting threats that I'm going to lose my granddaughter. I am absolutely sick and tired of it. You've told me to hang myself on my house coat belt. If you want to come and bring that to my fucking door, sorry, Pearl, if you want to come and bring that to my door, you chap the door. You come and chap the door. Nobody's threatened me. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? What about Miss Baguette has already messaged me saying that I never doxed her. I've had threats. I've been nothing but I'm nothing but a nonce, etc. I searched her child's Facebook. I didn't even know that our child had Facebook. How am I a liar, Betty Boop? Come into the box and tell me how I'm a liar, because I'm sitting here ready for yous. You come and show me and tell me where I'm a liar. Yous can sit and write comments, but you've not got the balls to get in the box and confront me. On you go. Come into the box. Come into the box.
Mods, can you start and put people into the boxes, please? Let them have the say and then ring change it around so everybody gets a chance. Keep it respectful or you will be kicked. Any screaming, shouting or saying any words that thing, Mods just kick them straight out. They have been warned before they come up. So, go on.
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
Fell off my bracelet. Oh, it's fell off my bracelet.
Amy, do you know you're in the box?
There's a bit of proof for you, okay? They're all looking to see where I work.
Can you put can you say just listen, don't put nothing else in the big box. Just keep it to the boxes, please, so people can get in. We don't want to see no more screenshots, no nothing. Now it's time for people just to have the say and ask the questions that they want to ask.